What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derek Forston, and I'm super excited. So if you're joining us from anywhere to where you can only hear me, make sure you come to Forston Consultants. And as you guys see, I got a special guest today. Shay is with me usually 99% of the time, but she decided to take a beach trip today with her homegirls. So I am left with a special guest. We'll talk about him a little later. Now, he don't say much. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you now. He don't say a whole lot, right? But he's here and he loves to hang out. And he's just like most of us. He loves God, he loves people, and he loves real estate. So again, thank y'all so much for joining us. I super appreciate it. And before I get any further, I just want to do a quick microphone check because y'all know I'm not very techy and Shay is not with me today. So I just want to make sure that you all can hear me. So if 5 or 6 or 7 of y'all can tell me in the chat that y'all can hear me, that'll make me feel real good. And it also let me know that I know what I'm doing. All right. So Miss Kathy, I see you in the chat. Rashida, I see that you made it over from the TikTok channel. Thank you so much. Davin, my new big brother. Good to see you, big bro. And can y'all hear me loud and clear? Perfect. Y'all can hear me. So y'all, that means I made it. Because most of y'all know me, but if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Derek Forston. I'm the proud owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. So that's my personal independent living facility. And that's kind of the shirt I got on today, right? But more important for y'all, I'm Derek Forston in terms of the owner and operator of Forston Consultants, where me and my family, we go all over the world showing people exactly what this model is and how to get into it. And more importantly, how can you walk off your job by December if that's what you desire to do? Does that make sense, everybody? So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you are in the absolute right place. So first of all, I want to let you guys know that today will be super laid back because since I don't got my real sidekick with me, Shay, and this guy don't really talk too much. I told you we'll talk about him later, but he don't talk too much, y'all. As you see, he got his hand on his hip, got his gold chain on today. He got his microphone like he may say something, but I could almost promise you this guy won't say much today, but he loves God. He loves people and he loves real estate. So I actually want to take a lot of questions today. So I hope that you guys got questions. I never take for granted that people just know who I am. So I'm always going to ask you guys who's new to us, right? Because what you see scrolling below, I also want you guys to join our free Facebook Academy. It's an absolute free group. And you can go to Facebook and just type in Facebook ILF Academy, or you can just text the word join to that phone number scrolling below, and it'll actually send you right over there. So right now in the chat, before I go any further, who's new to us in terms of like, you just found me last week. You've known me less than 22 days. Who's new to us? I want to know that because I want to shout you out personally, and I just want to say thank you. And then while I wait for that, I want to shout out all of my people that are just super consistent and that are always here. Thank y'all so much. It's a Saturday morning. Y'all could be doing a bunch of other stuff. Like my wife, Shay. She on the way right now driving to the beach with a car full of her best friends because you need to relax sometimes, right? But I appreciate that you all came here. So let me know if you guys are new to me. So I see CHY18. I'm probably going to mess that up. Shyat. Let me know where you're from, sis, and how did you find us? What city and state, and how did you find me? Did you find me running my big mouth on TikTok, Instagram, or was that YouTube? And make sure that I'm saying your name right, too, because if there's nobody else new here, you're going to get a one-on-one session today, sis. Yeah, Ronald, you see Big Black in the building today. He kind of changed his name a little bit, Ronald. We're going to talk about that in a minute, right? But yeah, he here today with us chilling. Anybody else that's new to us? So it doesn't look like so far. So let me do this for the recording as well, because there's a lot of people that watch our recordings faithfully, but there's also a lot of people that just quite frankly just are shy and won't say anything in the chat. Rashida said that she's new. Rashida, you came over from the TikTok channel, so I appreciate that. What city and state are you from, sis? Put that in the chat. Because now what I'm getting ready to do is just to go into what this is, how I stumbled upon it, but more importantly today, how can you get into it? So first of all, how many of you all have ever heard of a group home or an ALF, an assisted living facility? Let me know that in the chat. She says she's been obsessed with me and my wife watching us. Good stuff. Perfect. I love that. And you're in the Fort Lauderdale area. I coach a lot of people down there. In fact, if you're in this room now and you're down south, shout us out in the chat. But watch this, because I'm not going to delay this, right? Very simply, guys, I used to be a poor social worker begging God to change my life, just like most of y'all. Put in the chat. You say, me too, Derek. And as a social worker, God just allowed me really just to see my dream from somebody else doing it the wrong way. How many of y'all have ever had a dream to do something, but you saw somebody else doing it, but they was kind of sort of doing it the wrong way? Guys, that's my whole story. And just like I often joke with you all, I'm like one of those Baptist preachers, and my message really never changed. I'm the guy that's going to take your idea and help you implement that. So I was a poor social worker begging God to get into this, and people just like most of y'all, Miss Gina, they was hiding it from you. So for 8 years, guys, I was at a job. In fact, I got that job in 2011. I remember this guys, I remember certain stuff really good. Guys, I remember it was August the 2nd, 2011, when I first got the job in a mental health hospital as a floor tech. That's kind of all I was. And then thank God for my wife who tricked me to go to college. I then got a degree, which led me to now to be able to get that job as a social worker, or what they label me as a discharge planner. And again, if you can only hear me, if you streaming, if you podcast, come to YouTube, because I'm showing a lot of pictures now. I'm getting ready to show y'all the lady that was making $41,000 a month housing people in rats and roaches. And yes, I said $41,000 a month. Rashida, can you imagine making 41 grand every 30 days of your life? Rashida, I couldn't imagine that either, but I surely wanted it. And Rashida, when that lady showed me, she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro. You just keep sending me these people. So before I get too far, guys, ILF is just, again, simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. That's the exact opposite from a group home. Shoshana, good to see you, sis. Miss Gina, these are different from an ALF. Miss Gina, if you want to start an ALF, you got to go and get a license. You got to go and hire staff. You got to create a whole curriculum of rules, and a dietitian's got to be hired, or making up your lunch menu. You just can't say, man, we having bologna sandwiches today and Lay's potato chips. Not in the group home, you can't, My people in the ILF model, they cook for themselves. And again, lucky for me, he that findeth a wife findeth a great thing. Shay said, babe, we should probably trademark this thing, man. This thing gonna get real big. God gonna bless this model, babe. We should trademark it. So, but watch this though. I don't care what you guys call it. You can call it shared living. You can call it co-living. Good to see you, Katara. Johnson family, both Johnson families. But am I making sense so far? Because I haven't got really deep, but I'm showing y'all a housing model that does not require a license. You don't have to own the property. With the group home, guys, you need staff. I'm hearing you got to own the property. There's zoning that goes into this. Guys, I don't get into no zoning with this model. The only requirement for this model is that if you love God, love people, and love real estate, that's it. Now, it's some stuff that come along the way, but the gist of this business, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, and you got some patience, you're a people's person, you are generally a good person. If you hear often in your life that you a crummy person, or that you got a short temper, this may not be good for you. Does that make sense? Miss Shah, does that make sense? Rashida, you're new to me. Does that make sense so far, what I've said? Because most of y'all have heard of a group home. Type yes in the chat. Yes, Derek, I've heard of a group home, bro. But here is your big brother, because welcome, I'm all y'all big brother now. And I jokingly said, I don't care what your age is. If you 82 years old, I'm your big brother today if you don't know what this is. Kathy and Ronald, tell them how I'm y'all big brother now, regardless of your age, regardless of your background, regardless of where you live at. Once you bump into us, and especially when you get that coaching, I get to now like grab you by the hand almost and walk you along the way to the very thing that people hid from me. Now, just like most of y'all, here go me as that social worker begging God to change my life as a discharge planner. I became just aware of all the limited resources, and most of it was by what I saw. And when people refused to teach this to me, guess what I did, Shy? And Shy, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Shy, this is what I saw when people hid it from me, and then I saw why they was trying to hide it from me. They didn't want me to see the conditions of it. The devil is a liar that we gonna make $41,000 a month and we put the beds on the floor. We house people in the kitchen with the kitchen burnt up. Rashida, I tell people this, if this don't break your heart and you know somebody making 41 grand a month doing this and you struggling on your job to feed your family, if this don't break your heart, you on the wrong YouTube channel. I'm gonna tell you right now. You are on the wrong YouTube channel if you think you can make 41 grand a month and house people in a burnt up kitchen, beds are on the floor, and that lady sleeping on the kitchen floor by the stove. Look at these beds on the floor. Look at that bed set on cinder blocks. Miss Rashida, I often joke with people, and I tell them that if you ain't got your glasses on today, those are cinder blocks that are holding those beds up. Guys, the devil is a liar. And it's the same girl told me and then showed me, because see, Rashida, you gonna think that she just told me this. Rashida, she showed me. She took her phone out one day, y'all. I'll never forget this. And it was a Chase Bank app. She went boop, 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 boop. She said, Derek, look at what I made doing this, bro. And she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how I do this. You just keep sending me those people as the social worker, Derek. Lord have mercy. I wish I had my buttons close to me because I'll be hitting that one that say, bum, womp, womp. Can you imagine making $41,000 a month? Mistreating people? I hope you can't. So when I got into this, Miss Gina, my first thought was, first of all, I got to get into this because I only make 28 grand a year. Now, don't put in the chat because I'm not asking any of y'all to do this. But in your head, just kind of say what you make a year. I'm very transparent. I got a big mouth. You will notice that about me. That's why a lot of people do like our coaching. I'm super transparent. I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up with no silver spoon in my mouth. I was begging God to get into this, but people were hiding it from me. But I do appreciate this lady that said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro. You just keep sending me those people. Look at how the beds are on the ground. No sheets. No comforter. The pillow has no pillowcase. The fan is sitting on a banana box stacked on 2 banana boxes and half of a suitcase. The beds don't have bed rails. They're sitting on cinder blocks. Guys, the devil is a liar that we're going to do it that way. So really simply today, because I can take 2 hours telling this story, this is the way that we make it look today. And I'll admit, those headboards are gently used from Craigslist. Those 2 white bins, because most people y'all house gonna come with the clothes on their back. Over time, dressers and armoires get donated to us, but we start all of y'all out with these white bins from Walmart that cost $14.99 or sometimes $19.99. And this is the environment that we're going to take people from homeless to hopeful. That comforter's brand new. That pillow's brand new. The sheet set is brand new. That towel when washcloth that I give them is brand new. The toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo and conditioner as a thank you for coming to Second Chance Housing, that's on me. We call that a welcome kit. Miss Kathy, can you put in the chat, what do you call your kit? Devin, put in the chat, what do you call your kit when you gonna give it to your people? Huh? Katara, what do you call the thing you give your people upon move in? So Shauna, we saw you in the ILF Academy put where you're giving your people. What do you all call that? Where did y'all get that idea from? That's why you got to get good coaching, ladies and gentlemen. Why you think Katara Johnson is the preferred vendor in her city? Why you think we going to Columbia, South Carolina, August the 2nd to show you guys what we call POC, proof of concept? Why are we going city to city, state to state now, showing you people like Katara, Chris, Tanika, and the whole Johnson family? They were just like you all, sitting on YouTube one day trying to figure their life out. Katara met me, y'all, with 4 dadgum jobs and 2 entrepreneurship endeavors. She's now quit most of those jobs. Excuse me. She's now resigned from most of those jobs and got 1 left. And I heard by sometime in August, she gonna leave the next one. That's why we're going to South Carolina, to show you guys other people that we've taught this to. It'll be baloney if I keep telling you guys how great I am. Who cares about me? I'm already in it. That's why we're going city to city, state to state, showing you other people that we've taught this to. Those headboards, gently used from a hotel that donated them. The mattresses, gently used from a hotel that donated them. The sheets, the pillow, the comforter, the towel, the washcloths, brand new on me. Does this make sense so far, how this does not require a license? Because the people that we house are completely independent. And I jokingly said, but I so mean this. They can cook their own bologna sandwich. They can take their own medications without me having to be a nurse. Shy, I'm not a nurse. I don't know about you, Shy. Rashida, I don't know if you're a nurse, but I'm not. I'm not an LPN. Shoshana, I'm also not an RN. Kathy, years ago as a social worker, I took this class that allowed me to hand out medication. That thing died about 6 years ago. I'm not qualified to be a nurse, to be giving medications. And the cool part about it, this model don't require it, because the people you're housing, they're completely independent. Can 5 people put in the chat just so that I feel good about it? Derek, I get this, bro. Like, this ain't rocket science in terms of the model. Derek, I understand. But if you lost right now, put it in the chat and let me know. I specialize in answering questions. So please bring your questions. And if you're on TikTok, or if you're streaming somewhere to where you can only hear the audio, come to YouTube. I'm showing a lot of pictures today. Shay is not here. And my business partner right here, he don't even talk that much. So he gonna let me do whatever I want to do. So if you just join me, I'm normally here with my wife 99% of the time doing this. I do it from the standpoint of being an LLC, kind of sort of S-corpish. My wife does it from a nonprofit standpoint. Type in the chat if you always wanted to start a nonprofit organization doing this. And watch this, because somebody go hear the lingo that we're talking and think I'm a preacher or a pastor. No, I ain't. I'm no pastor. I'm no priest. I'm no bishop. I'm none of that stuff. We just happen to love God. We love people, and we love real estate. And God was genius enough to allow me to merge it all together and call it a ministry. That's what's so powerful about this, and that's why it works. Because this thing serves other people before it serves you, and God honors that. Derek didn't say it, but the Bible says the poor and needy will always be among me. How cool is it that God gave me a business that allows me to benefit from it? I serve my community, and I ultimately please God with it. The Bible says when you do unto the least of thee, the less fortunate, the marginalized, the homeless, the displaced, the widow, God said it's like you doing him a favor. Lord have mercy. How many of you all would like to do God a favor, to be on God's books, as in God owes you a favor now? We call that blessing. What a business. Lord have mercy. I need 3 of my new people that just found us in less than 2 weeks ago. Let me know if this makes sense so far. I'm less than 19 minutes in already, but I'm really good at doing a heat check. I love to check just to see, where are we with questions? Where are we with your curiosity? What have I said that sparked your interest so far? Because this doesn't require a license. You don't need to own the property. I can rent it or lease it. So I'm going to go to the chat, right? I'm going to pull up some questions. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that this room is brought to you by Digital Flow Solutions. It's actually the platform that we use that runs all 8 of our businesses and is ran specifically for the ILF model. What's cool about it for you is that no matter which one of my coachings you get, the one-on-one or the DIY, we still give you our back end of it, which means my digital marketing team going to build your website. You get all of the paperwork. Guys, when I went through a lawsuit about 7 years ago now, dummy me, because I didn't know what I was doing. And guys, every mistake I've ever made, the lawsuits, it's all in my ebooks. I'm freely giving all of my stuff. Yes, I got coaching, but unlike most of the people you've ever run into, I'm super transparent. And most of the information people charge you thousands for is on my YouTube channel. Over 975 videos on the live tab. That no question you can ask me about this model that's not in the video format. But if you say, Derek, I want you to hold my hand, bro. I want that one-on-one coaching I hear y'all talking about. That's the ILF Mastery Blueprint or the ILF Mastery DIY, meaning do it on your own, right? So again, our digital marketing team builds your website and it's an all-in-one platform. So your email campaigns, your AI bots, your automations, your business phone line, all of that comes from us. So I'm not a coach that would just coach you. I'm also going to give you the back end of it. Does that make sense? This business is baloney if you don't have the back end and the front end to help you do it. And a lot of that today is AI. So AI answers our phones now, does the assessment. My AI can talk better to a social worker than I can now because we've trained it that way and we give it to y'all. Because most of y'all got 9 to 5 jobs and you can't answer your phone every day, all day. So we got an AI assistant that can answer your phone, do the assessment, and forward that message to your phone, the recording and the transcript. Guys, we're in 2025 now. If you're not using AI, you might be missing it. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Derek Forston, Mr. ILF.
And I'm Shanya Shea Forston, Mrs. ILF.
And we're super excited because August the 2nd, we're coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
And what are we doing in Columbia, South Carolina, you ask?
We're going to be teaching the independent living facility model. And again, this is an event, Shay, that they do not want to miss. So what's the dates one more time?
August 2nd, and we will be in Columbia, South Carolina, and we will be highlighting an independent living facility owner and operator under the Forston Consultants model that is trailblazing in your city. So do not miss it. Stay tuned for more information, and we look forward to seeing you there. August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. You got next.
See you there. I think that was pretty good. We are back. We are back. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I super appreciate that. And guys, I haven't introduced my guest yet. He ain't super important. Don't worry about him. We'll get to him later. My wife is Shay, who runs the Angela Denise Foundation. She's actually on a little bit of a field trip. So she sends her love to all of you all. She's actually enjoying the beach today with a bunch of her girlfriends. So they're going to be having a good time brainstorming. Right? Talking about business, love. They're going to pray together. They're going to enjoy each other. They're going to have lunch, all of that good stuff. So y'all stuck with me today. My name is Derek Forston. I am the ILF creator. So I am the trademark owner of Independent Living Facility. So when you see other people teaching this, don't you be tricked. If you go and look up at the USPTO, you will see my big name and my big mouth under Independent Living Facility. We've trademarked it. So for us, an ILF just simply means an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. And what you guys see on screen now is just a private suite, which includes a bathroom. And that right there is kind of the room that probably 90% of the people that's going to call your phone are going to be able to afford, which is the shared model. So right now, I'm going to go to the chat. I want to see what kind of questions that you guys have, and let's knock them out. I see a question right here that says from Shai, I need to start. Good stuff. She says, I am a nurse. Perfect. I love that. I coach a lot of nurses in this, so you naturally have a heart for what this is. The cool part is that we don't need your skill set of a nurse, but we're going to use it as our leverage to make you sound bigger and better. Prime example, if you and I both go and advertise this thing, and you say, oh, and by the way, I'm also a nurse, you're actually going to be more trusted than me. So anybody that I teach that's already in the healthcare field, I'll tell you guys to make sure you're leveraging who you are. Prime example, Kathy, remember that conversation you and I had, you, me, and Ronald, and we talked about your background and what all you're involved in? Kathy, type that in the chat so that people can see what I'm talking about from a different angle. Kathy's military, but she also done a lot of great things along the way in her life in terms of her job that makes her look bigger and better than most of us when we present it. Kathy, put in the chat because I want to let them read it and I want to show them what I'm talking about. But I love nurses that do this, okay? So let me see. I need you to guide me to break through from beside and still make money from helping people. I need you to guide me to break through from bedside. Oh, got it. And still make money. Oh, that's what I specialize in, sis. So there's tons of people that are in this room right now. And there's tons of people that's under our coaching. So prime example, I oversee over 380 ILFs throughout 39 states. And some of those people are in this room. That meaning when you launch under us, I'm still your big brother, kind of overseeing things, making sure that you run it right. But I don't make a dime from you and I don't run your place. You just become family and you continue to get the coaching, the guidance, and the leadership. That's under our one-on-one coaching. Okay? So I absolutely can help you do that. Because we rent the house. Now, you can go buy one, great. But we rent or release the place. And now we make social workers and case managers. You need to find the Derek in your city. Guys, I was a social worker for 9 years, giving people away, discharging people every day. You need to find the Derek in your city that I was for 9 years, which is a discharge planner, social worker, or the case management department. Can somebody type that into the chat? Who are we looking for when we're trying to fill these beds on that screen? Social workers, somebody type that. Discharge planner, that was my title at my job for 9 years. Or case management, which I also did. Let's be active in the chat. See what Kathy put? I'm in law enforcement and a mental health deputy. You don't think that she should use that when she's explaining to people who she is? I'm telling you she should. Why wouldn't she say that? So guys, here's some great advice, right? Whatever you've done in your life that makes you sound bigger and better and makes you sound good when you're advertising this thing, please mention it. So if you used to be a social worker, mention it. If you used to work in a group home, mention it. If you used to work in mental health, mention it. Why wouldn't you mention all of these things that add merit to who you are? 2 people put in the chat, Derek, that makes sense, bro. I got it. Miss Quincy says, is it better to do marketing in person or by phone? I prefer in person. My cheat code to my marketing is God first, coffee and donuts next, and my virtual assistants that make it all happen. And let me explain that in that order. Every day and every night and throughout the day usually is a prayer from me to God. It ain't me always getting on my knees and saying this long structured prayer. It's just me talking casually to my Father. Hey, God, you know what I'm involved in, right? God, can you help me find the greatest social workers and case managers ever that when I begin to talk about my program, it sounds like the greatest thing since sliced bread. God, give me favor with you first, but God, I surely need favor with man as well because they're going to be the one that's going to call me. So God, give me favor again throughout my entire city that for some reason they're thinking something special about me and my program. That's number one, my prayer. The second thing is that, watch this, Miss Quincy. I understand that most people that are going to go and advertise this business to hospitals and social workers, they're just screaming, me, 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 me. What you got for me? I got a house. Send me people. We don't do that under my coaching and under Forsted Consultants in the way I teach y'all. So here's some free coaching right now. I never show up empty-handed. It's hard to forget the guy that brought the Krispy Kreme donuts. It's hard to forget the guy that brought the Dunkin' Donuts and the coffee. It's hard to forget the guy that brought the promotional calendars and promotional pins with my number and my program's name on it. Does that make sense, Miss Quincy? I'm going to pretend that me and Miss Quincy are the only ones in this room. Quincy, just me and you talking now. Quincy, does that make sense how everybody else goes, me, me, me? But what if you say, hey guys, coffee and donuts on me today. I appreciate the great work that you all do here because I understand that this is a tough job. Oh, and by the way, I have a housing program, so if you ever need us, we take people from homeless to hopeful, and my number is attached to the donut box with my card. Guys, I killed the game like that. But watch this, Quincy, because I'm no genius. Guess where I learned that from? The job I had as a social worker. Y'all see me on that screen. That was me going to work every day. Sometimes I had on a blazer, sometimes not. But what I noticed, Miss Quincy, everybody that really wanted me to call them to fill their beds, guess what they did? They brought us coffee, donuts, Panera Bread, Starbucks, dinner at Ruth Chris, tickets to the Orlando Magic basketball game. I was like, oh, this is how you get people to remember you. I'm giving y'all the game today. Nobody does this. I'm the only coach that you will see online that's coaching this that's actually been on both sides of the fence. I was the dadgum social worker, y'all, for 9 years. These are the conditions I saw: the rats and the roaches in the filth and the grime. And I saw a lady making 42 grand a year. Excuse me, a month. I saw a lady making 41 grand a month housing people in rats and roaches. I said, the devil is a liar. So back to your question, because this is me and Quincy, right? Quincy, marketing in person is nothing like it because now I'm able to build that relationship. And I'm also going to invite them to come and see my place, which most people are trying to hide it because it looked like this. And the coffee and donuts is me coming in person to drop it off. And guess who sets all of this up? Because I prayed one day, I said, God, I want you to make me so busy that I don't have time to order the donuts or take them. So today we use virtual assistants for everything we do. My whole team is from either the Philippines, Nigeria, or Egypt or Pakistan. Places I've never been or could imagine going. But can you imagine somebody working for you in your business while you at your 9-to-5 job trying to feed your family? That's why we use VAs, virtual assistants. And it starts at like $5 an hour, which is an absolute cheat code because it makes them rich and it's affordable for you. $5 an hour is a lot of money in the Philippines. And for you all, it's affordable to where you ain't paying somebody $30 an hour when they're supposed to be doing your post on social media, but they're scrolling on TikTok looking for their next boyfriend. And you paying them $30 an hour. The devil is a liar. So look at that long answer I just gave Miss Quincy. That's just how I coach. Now, I will also do something by phone, but watch this, Quincy. All of the clients that we get, guess how the majority of them come to us? Social media. 90 to 95% of all my clients come through social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. In fact, we call it Lift, L-I-F-T. Somebody write that in the chat. In fact, 3 of y'all put that in the chat right now because when you do it, it's muscle memory. Type the word Lift. Katara gonna help me and spell out the whole thing though. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You must be on those 4. Because if nobody don't see this, how will they know to come to you? And just for the Thomas family that just joined us, when you said, well, Derek, what was your breaking point? And what was so bad that got you into this? When I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, paying $750 to be in front of the kitchen stove. Miss Quincy, you know that drawer at the bottom that when people keep their cake pans in, they muffin pans, your favorite pan that you bake your pound cake in that bottom drawer? As roaches were running in and out of that lady said, Derek, this is where I live at. And y'all, guess who sent that lady to that house? Me. And I'm embarrassed to say that because you know why? I had a job to where I never saw the inside of these places. I had a computer, a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it, and only one lady really ever answered her phone for housing, and she the one had the roaches in it. But before I ever saw it, because I'm going to get to that, I referred this lady. And then back to when y'all heard me say that the lady showed me, y'all, she didn't tell me. She took out her Chase Bank app and she showed me, she went boop, 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 and she scrolled month for month. And there was never a month, Miss Gina, that it was less than $41,000 a month, Miss Elizabeth. Good to see you, sis. And that blew my mind as a social worker making 28 grand a year. I thought I was helping people. But just like today, I took a Saturday about 8 years ago. And I said, okay, enough is enough. Derek, if nobody want to show you, bro, you know where all the addresses are. Derek, just go and see what they look like. And y'all, that's when I saw the rats and the roaches and the filth. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sending people here. That was part of the reason, y'all, I had to leave that place. I could no longer be a part of this problem once I knew about it. Now, as long as I didn't know about it on that job for 9 years, how could I avoid that if I didn't know this existed? But when I saw it for myself, I said, not only do I want to change my income, I got to get the heck off of this job because I can't be a part of this mess. Now, Miss Quincy, but before I go any further, let me know in the chat if I answered your question. In person is always best. Social media is my favorite because from the social media, I'm going to invite myself, and it sounds like this. Good morning. May I speak to the director of social worker? Yep, I'll hold. Good morning, Miss Tracy. How's it going? My name is Derek, and I represent Second Chance Housing, and we take people from homeless to hopeful. I would love to know when is the next best time that I can meet with you and your team so that we can talk about how we can work together to end homelessness. I offer independent living. I only need 4 minutes of your time, and we always bring coffee and donuts. I'm available Thursday at 10 o'clock. Is that good for you all? I'm giving y'all the game. Nobody does this. See how I communicated what I wanted, who I was, and instead of asking them, when are you available? And then sitting down waiting on it, I'm available Thursday at 10. Lord have mercy. Can 5 of y'all put in chat, Derek, that's some good coaching, bro. Like, Derek, I didn't know it was that easy. 5 of y'all, please put in the chat, Derek, that was pretty cool. That's all you do, Derek? That's the email I've been sending y'all for 8 years, and it still works to this day. Nobody turns down coffee and donuts because everybody else is going to send that same email, Miss Quincy. But if they under Forster Consultants YouTube channel or my one-on-one coaching, or y'all consider me family, you can say, Derek told me to never go empty-handed. Derek told me to always come bearing gifts because Derek told me it's hard to forget the guy or the lady that brings the goodies. Ask me how I know, Rashida. Rashida, you talking to a guy that sat at a treatment table for 9 years. And there were times, Rashida, when we said, hey, y'all, where we going to send Jose, Carlos, Jonah, Quentin, and Miss Shirley? And guess what I said sometimes, y'all? Hey, let's send it to that lady, send it to the lady that brought those donuts today. See, Miss Quincy, I couldn't even remember your name, but I remember what you did. Oh, somebody gonna miss this, Miss Frankie. Miss Frankie, I'm gonna pretend it's just me and you now. Frankie, do you understand what I just said? Everybody else, Miss Frankie, is gonna say, me. What do you got for me? Nobody comes and says, man, you know what, guys? I appreciate the work y'all do in this case management department. Coffee and donuts on me today. On top of the Krispy Kreme box and on the box of that big box of coffee, I think they call it the big box of Joe. I don't drink coffee, y'all, so if I'm saying it wrong, y'all correct me. I'm going to put my flyer on it that I teach y'all to do. Somebody going to say, wow, Pathways to Hope Foundation sent us donuts today, guys. And she only wants a 3-minute meeting to talk about how we can work together. Valerie, how genius is this? Valerie, me and you had a coaching session yesterday and we talked about this. Valerie, if I'm lying, call me a liar in the chat. Valerie Magnum, if me and you did not talk about this yesterday on your coaching, call me a liar, please. Because I just want to show these people, Valerie, because you got the one-on-one coaching. Valerie doesn't wish to talk to Derek. She just picked the phone and said, man, I'm finna call my big brother. Because my coach is so cool, y'all. Y'all meet with me every 2 weeks, but you can still call me every day. Valerie can randomly pick up the phone and just say, hey, Derek, I'm in the middle of Walmart, bro, and me and my son arguing about should we get the red comforters or the blue ones? And I remember you told me, Derek, red means rage, blood, and anger. And my son wanted to get the red ones, but you told me blue means calm, trust, soft, gentle. Some of y'all didn't even know that. Why would you buy a red comforter? Not under my coaching, you better not. That red is pretty, but for the population we serve, it stands for anger, rage, blood. Y'all see what Valerie's saying? Does this make sense, everybody, my new people? See how Miss Quincy asked me one question, how we just expound on where it needs to go? Give me 2 seconds. Y'all got to fix this thing right here real quick. Boom, done. Hold on. Let me fix this right here, y'all. Hold on. Done. I'm going back in the chat. Shy, you new to me. Does this make sense? Shy said, Derek, thanks, but I got to run to work. We'll reach out to you. Absolutely. Shay just chimed in, so that must mean either she's reached her destination or they're at a red light, because Shay better not be texting me while she driving. Y'all shout out to Shay real quick on that chat. If y'all love me and love Shay, everybody say, hey, Shay. Y'all shout Shay out real quick, and that's my wife, y'all. And Shay is 50 times prettier than Big Black. That's just my buddy. He hangs out. He don't say much. But my wife, I can assure you, is more prettier than this thing here. I'm going back in the chat. Rashida said, this is good. Thank you, sis. Miss Frankie, does that make sense to you? Quincy says, never go empty-handed. Why would you do that when your brother telling you that did the job I'm talking about for 9 years? Watch this, y'all. Miss Quincy, we had Miss Barbara at the front desk trained so well, and I could get in trouble for this, but I don't work there no more. I think Barbara gone too. That if somebody showed up to the front, they're talking about, I want to talk to Derek and the social workers. Because guys, if you were at a hospital, I didn't know this, but I'm sure how good God is too, man. I had that job for 9 years and never realized that I was the honey pot. I was the golden goose and didn't know it. Everybody wants to come in terms of what we do and what we try to accomplish. Everybody wants to go and speak to Derek or the social worker. You know how powerful that is, that when people show up, we had Miss Barbara, who was the front desk lady, say, hey, Barbara, if these people come empty-handed, no donuts, no lunch, no Ruth Chris, no Panera Bread, no Starbucks, tell them leave their card at the counter and we'll call them later. I'm just being honest, y'all. When I first started that job, I thought that was crazy that my coworkers did that. But the longer out of that, I'm like, oh, that's how we do things here. So that's where I saw the vision for it. Derek, never go anywhere empty-handed, bro. But the people that did show up with donuts and coffee and sandwiches and Chinese food, some of them were, hey guys, coming today. What y'all want? We put in our order. I was like, how genius is that? These people realize that if they bring food, we let them come back and do a presentation. And then we usually use their product or their medication or their program. Tell you guys, I'm no genius. I just use everything that I saw. So when I got on this side of the fence, I said, Derek, you know what, bro? You saw this. So when you go to places, first you're going to pray that God goes before you and allows me to say the right thing to the right person at the right time, but also bring goodies. Because guys, 2 boxes of donuts in that box of Joe, I've been doing it so long, gonna cost you about $42.50. $42.50. Average, give or take $1 up or $1 down. I've been doing it so long. I don't care if it's Krispy Kreme or if it's Dunkin' Donuts. You're gonna be somewhere about $42.50, $1 up or $2 or $1 down or $2. I got it down to science. That leads to thousands of dollars of relationships, as we call them. Guys, we're looking for the relationship. Somebody type in the chat, Derek's talking about relationship, y'all, and y'all getting caught up on the donuts. Guys, I'm talking about relationship. Put that in the chat, relationship. Sometimes you don't need the real estate. You need the relationship. Oh, I hope that makes sense. I'm going back in the chat. I want to show you guys some more stuff. Really quickly, though, along my journey, it's like, what am I going to do after I saw all of this bad stuff? I use this really quick thing that's just called action. You guys can take a big screenshot of that. Don't matter to me. But act just means do something every day that moves you toward those goals. The C, continue. Persist in spite of difficult stuff. Half of your family gonna tell you that you crazy. Your homegirl that you met in high school ain't gonna believe in this. Your husband ain't gonna be all the way on board. Now that won't bother me real bad, because if you're a married couple, I want both of y'all in it. T, train, never stop learning. Join us 3 days a week for free and bring all your questions. But if you're real smart, you get that one-on-one coaching. All of my people under my one-on-one coaching get pushed through the ceiling because we got the game. You just got to put your hands to the plow to do it. Shout out to all of my one-on-one people here. In fact, put one-on-one if you under my one-on-one coaching right now. The I is probably my favorite because you must imagine what your life would be like if this thing actually came true. Some of y'all, in fact, do that right now. Close your eyes for 8 seconds and imagine what would your life be like if this thing you trying to do actually came true. It all starts with your imagination. And then the O, give yourself every opportunity to make it happen. So meaning you guys that's got a 9-to-5 job on your ride home, don't listen to the radio or your favorite artist. That's a waste of time. Put on the thing that you're trying to learn. That's the only reason right now that me and my wife own 8 businesses. First of all, it's the goodness of God. The second of all, we keep applying ourselves and just keep learning. I just shut my whole life down for like 2 years straight. No TV, no cable, no friends, no dining, no going out. Changed my life. And I bought a lot of coaching. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaching right now. The highest coaching I've ever bought was probably 20 grand. The lowest was $1, I think. I bought things for $1 and everywhere in between. Lots of 10 grand coaches, lots of 5 grand coaching, tons of $3,000 coachings. The highest today, though, 20 grand. I was able to talk to that person one time and the class lasted 2 days, 20 grand gone. But it changed my life in terms of the information. So don't be afraid of the coaching and investing in yourself. We actually offer financing through Klarna and Afterpay, so no excuse. And then network, you got to build relationships. Especially my ILF Mastery Blueprint members, you guys need to be attending an event at least once or twice a week to be around other like-minded people within the community that are doing this type of stuff. Use your virtual assistant if you got a VA. Use ChatGPT if you don't. ChatGPT, can you find me at least 19 odd number? Can you find me 19 different organizations or email lists or organizations or programs that I need to be a part of as an affordable housing provider, list them by name, phone number, and location, please. Guys, please use these AI tools. Told you guys not long ago that I literally hired 2 virtual assistants that's only job is to learn AI. I gave them 15 AI tools that they got to master. And I said, from this, you 2 women are to make us $20,000 a month from what you learn. I bought them coaching, I bought them curriculum, and I bought them courses. And I'm going to give them 6 to 8 months to do it, to learn it, to grow before they make a dime. See how I'm invested in the people that I've hired? And again, guys, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you and your family. And it's a cheat code for the people we're hiring because of where they live at. $5 an hour is a lot of money because $1 from us is like $48 to them where they're at. Can you imagine every time you gave somebody $1, it was actually $48? That's what it's like to them. So please understand that the people that work for us are used to making $1 an hour, 80 cents an hour for back-breaking work. But for the work that we use them for administratively to run our business, $5 an hour. That's, again, the only reason why Shay and I own 8 businesses. The goodness of God and these dadgum VAs and the system that we use to run it, which is called Digital Flow Solutions. It runs all 8 of my businesses, from website, CRM, phone, emails, funnels, automations, and 1,000 other things. And lucky for y'all, we give it to you on both of the coaching platforms. Watch this. You got to overcome this stuff too, y'all. People told me that this wouldn't work. I had to face doubters, just like all of y'all do. No different. But I said, oh, God, if you let me get into this, I say, God, I'll go all over the world teaching this, and I'll never take any credit. I say, God, I'm smart enough to tell people that it's you. You gave the vision. You gave the strength. You gave the know-how. You gave the desire to do this. So watch me do it right now. Guys, without God, I'm a nobody. But with God, y'all gonna think I'm an absolute genius, and I'm not. Thank God for my wife who tricked me to go to college to even get the degree to see all of the bad stuff I showed you earlier. Thank God for that lady that was making 41 grand a month housing people in rats and roaches that told me, Derek, I'll never teach this to you, bro. I thank God for that lady because she showed the vision through her nasty houses of what I should not do. And one more time, my TikTok people, come over to YouTube. If you want to see all of the stuff, thank y'all so much. Deshaun, come over to YouTube, the Forston Consultants, my last name, Consultants. But again, I'm no genius. I'm just like y'all. I love people. I sure love God. And I've been trying to get into real estate my whole life. And God was just genius enough to allow us to merge it all together. Now, what's cool about this slide is actually old now. We're in 38 states, and I oversee over 450 of these now. Who's next? I want to put your business logo there. Somebody type in the chat, just in faith, or if you just know it, Derek, I'm next. Derek, me and my family is next. Now, if you in it, you just chill for a minute because you in it. But if you're not in it yet, you're not under our coaching, somebody just type the word, Derek, I'm next. And I'll wait on that one. Look at all of those people that type one-on-one. Ask any of those people, do they regret being under my one-on-one coaching? I'd be shocked, but if they be honest, let's hear it. Anybody under my one-on-one coaching right now regrets it or think it's the best cheat code ever? Because I just told y'all, I spend tens of thousands of dollars on coaching. And if you join me, probably it's been 8 weeks ago now? I told y'all about a coaching I bought at the same time. One was $100, changed my life. One was 10 grand, changed my life and still changing because I'm still learning that one. But that one for $100 showed me a way in my other business how we made 19 grand in one day. And that's some of y'all problem. Somebody look behind you and say, hey, Derek ain't talking to us. It's the guy behind me. I ain't talking to y'all. But some of y'all, if the shoe fit, wear it. Some of y'all afraid to spend that money to invest in yourself. That's the first time I actually really saw results in anything that I was trying to do. And once I bought the coaching of something. Now, the ILF model, I created this. Nobody coached this. I learned this through a $40,000 lawsuit and being on the Channel 8 News in the bad light. I got this one from the mud. And y'all know me, I hate that saying, getting it from the mud. The devil is a liar, not no more. We get it from the garden. We don't get nothing from the mud no more. I want people that fall under me to go pick through my garden of all these green and red and orange vegetables. No more getting it from the mud. That's dumb. I used to be proud of that, y'all. I got it from the mud. Never again in my life I'll start a business probably from scratch unless God tell me to. We buy businesses now and turn them into whatever. I buy a business and throw VAs inside of it. Or now we just integrate what we already have going on. Getting it from the mud one more time is dumb. Can 5 people type? Derek said get it from the garden. You can't grow nothing in mud, Johnson family. Perkins family, what can you grow in the mud? Nothing. Valerie says I'm next. I got so many Valeries. I better say the last name. Valerie M. Well, I got a Valerie M too. Valerie Michael says I'm next. No regret, no regret. Jackson family's in it now. Mitchell family says I'm next. Patty Patterson says I'm next. Gina says I'm next. Miss Elizabeth says I'm. Big shout out to Miss Elizabeth, because if that's the one, and I think it is, I'm about 99.9% sure it is. You purchased the DIY, I think, yesterday. Congratulations to you. Know what's cool about that? Everything you need is in it. But what's really cool too, a lot of people, and most of y'all, once you get the DIY, you all upgrade eventually. And most of y'all brag on it. You talk about how great it is. We say, boy, it is nothing like talking to Derek himself. And again, for the Perkins family, you guys asked, could I show more pictures of the beddings? Here you go. Guess where I got those beds from? A hotel that saw me running my big mouth on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. That's why I beg y'all to advertise every day. You never know who's going to give you that stuff. Big shout out to Dornico Rigel if he's here. Dornico, that's you on that right-hand side picture. Following the model. He don't even know, but this is the whole reason why I put these two together. On the left, that's me in Orlando, Florida. On the right, that's Dornico Rigel in Dayton, Ohio. Same model. Difference is, on my side, a hotel gave me everything you see in that picture except the the mattress too, except the pillowcase, comforter, and that snap bag or snatch bag, whatever you call them, cinch bag with all those goodies inside of it. The deodorant, the toothpaste, the washcloth, the bar of soap that I just say, hey man, welcome to Second Chance Housing, big bro. It's on me today. Your razor on me today. Your shaving cream, it's on me today. Makes sense, everybody? And she said the same thing most people do. I want to get in somewhere, Derek. Why wait? She's living by a phrase that we talk about. Elizabeth says, Derek, why wait to be great, man? I can get the DIY now for only $497. And everything comes with it that my one-on-one people get. The only thing you don't get with the DIY is me. Back to the topic real quick, and I'm going to go back in the chat. What makes this a no-brainer, ladies and gentlemen? No license required, no medical oversight from DCF, ACA, or whatever the entity is where you live, no certifications, and you can rent or lease the property. If you just joined me 13 seconds ago, that alone should make you dance through your house. Because I was a social worker for 9 years before I realized I didn't need any of that stuff. God said, Derek, I'm going to show you a lady making 41 grand a month, bro, housing people in rats and roaches to give you your dream of what you want to do. So God, again, I thank you for showing me that. God, thank you for that nasty lady. Because had it not been for her, where would I have saw this vision at? Now, most of y'all looking for y'all see this vision through us. God showed me through a bad light. Through somebody making 41 grand a month housing elderly adults. I'm sure she had a military veteran or two. Put in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen, what type of population, which population are you looking to serve? What do you believe God has put on your heart, or what do you believe your community is calling for? Everybody do that right now. Is it elderly adults? Is it women escaping domestic violence? Is it elderly men? Is it elderly women? Talk to me about that. I want to see it. This is a part where we be a little interactive, because I got a little bit of coaching that says allow the community to dictate who you house. It's great if you got your own idea, but we need to let the community also dictate that. Big Black, what you think, big bro? Because I teach them that if they want to house veterans, Big Black, but what if their first 15 calls are for elderly adults and the working individual? What do we do? Just say, well, no, we don't house your kind. Bye. We build a waiting list. We refer out. So if you super new to me, you have no clue what the HRA is. That's the housing referral agent, which allows you to do exactly what we do, but you only make referrals because you don't have a house yet. So text HRA right now to this phone number. Text HRA. You ready? Grab your pencil, grab your phone. Text HRA to 407-326-0086. That'll give you a 14-minute webinar of how you do what we do, but you don't need a house. You need relationship. Forget about real estate. You need relationship. Make sense, everybody? So if you're new to me, we teach a whole model to where you can just make referrals and make $300 to $500, whatever you want to charge per WAP, per person, per referral. Another way not to be waiting. Cynthia, me and you just alike. I love those elderly adults. I love that. You know why? Because they don't want nothing from me. They want a clean, nice, quiet place to live. That's why I don't mix my younger guys with them. My 22-year-olds and 31-year-olds can't live with my old heads, as I call them. Don't worry. Homeless population, indeed. Be more specific, Miss Quincy. Men, women, elderly, young, escaping domestic violence, women that have lost their job. Like what population? Military veteran, teenager agent from the foster care system. What is on your heart right now? Everybody put it in chat, even in faith. And for the Rivers family, you say, well, Derek, how are you guys getting paid if these people are so-called homeless? Just because they're homeless doesn't mean that they don't have an income. Make sense? The people that we serve receive SSI, SSDI, which is a social security income that they get every month without fail. Nothing stops it. Chicken pox don't stop it. Monkey pox don't stop it. COVID-19 didn't stop it. The volcano don't stop it. The hurricane don't stop it. So I compare the kind of pay that we receive with military pay. I compare it to Section 8. And again, if you just joined us, all we're discussing is how you can go and rent or lease a house, connect with social workers and case managers as your funnel system, and take people from homeless to hopeful where everybody pays rent. On this screen is a real example of one of my housing models with the real prices. I'm going to take a really quick commercial break, and we're going to come right back and talk about these numbers and talk about how these numbers are different according to where you live at. We'll be right back. If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And again, thank y'all so much for joining us. It's a Saturday. You guys got a ton of places of where you could be, like the beach, like Shay, but y'all chose to be here, so I really appreciate that. So I want to make sure that I make it worth your time. So please, guys, let me know if you're enjoying the information, and please put your questions in the chat. And if you put one that I didn't answer, just redo it for me, because I don't want to miss it. I want to make sure that before I'm out of here, which is in about 30 minutes or so, I want to make sure I answer every question that comes through. So this is an example of what it would look like in terms of what you see in that picture. Those two beds equate for me in Orlando, Florida. We start at $740. Most of my beds go for $800, but we do start at $740. But can you guys see how quickly this money adds up, and why some people do call this real estate on steroids? Because we're not renting to a mom, dad, and two kids. That's usually one set of income, or mom's got a job and dad's got a job. But what if dad gets laid off? What if mom loses her job? There's no income coming in now. That's why I love this model, because it's very similar also to the multifamily model. How many of y'all have ever dreamed of being in multifamily? Type me in the chat. If you've dreamed of multifamily real estate, like me and my family, type me in the chat. Because to me, this is a version of it. Because we take one asset and we rent to multiple people. And see how those 8 beds equate to $5,920. Let's just call it $6,000. Most of us, I know I wasn't making $6,000 a month at my job. Not to say that all of that money comes to me, but Miss Dana, I couldn't fathom making $6,000 back then as that poor social worker making $28,000 a year. So we believe that money follows ministry, and money is also, is built into what we do. So we actually don't really talk about the money a lot, to be honest with you, because it just makes sense. Duh, if I take one house and rent to multiple people, that's going to be a lot of money. But what's cool about it to me, guys, it's ministry. I didn't make this up. The Bible says the poor and needy will always be among us. And I just so happen to know that people every day are going to drop out of school. People every day are going to make bad decisions and going to need this kind of housing. People every day won't get educated, won't get a good job, won't do well in life, and will need this kind of housing. When we first started, ladies and gentlemen, I only housed what I would call the mental health population. But today we house what I would call the everyday Joe, the guy that's got a job, the Walmart greeter, the guy that's taking your order at Burger King, the local jail prison officer, the local mailman, the substitute school teacher. I'm naming all the genres of places. The guy that works at Aldi, Save-A-Lot, Publix. I'm naming a lot of genres of the kind of people we're housing and where they work at. What is their background? So it's not just what we thought is the homeless guy holding that sign up talking about I'll work for food. That's not always the guy. It's the lady you work with every day at your job and you don't even know it, that when you go home and clock out and go to your family, she sleep in her car in the Walmart parking lot and you don't even know it. In fact, how many of y'all knew of somebody at one point in time that slept in a car but showed up to work every day, whether it was you or not? Don't say you in the chat. Let's keep that private though. But do you know somebody that at one point in their life slept in a car but showed up to work every day and you couldn't even tell it unless they told people? Okay, so right here is also some ebooks that we have. So when a lot of people maybe can't afford our coaching, they jump right into the ebooks. Cool for you though is this. Those first two books that are in blue, like this ebook outlines the 10 steps to opening your own independent living facility. And then the sequel, I have an ILF Now What? That's actually in a bundle. Those two books in a mini course is only $97. And it's called the ILF Bundle. But those two books on the bottom, those are actually complimentary. That book, Life After COVID-19, I got lots of reports and emails. People said, Derek, man, you gave me a great idea. That 1 through 10, I like number 4, 8, and number 9, bro. And I started those and I make money doing that now. So I give y'all a free book of the top 10 things. And I'll admit, I wrote that book during COVID, but it's still relevant today because it's called Life After COVID. What can you do to make some money that may not cost you no money to get started? It's in that book and it's complimentary. So if you didn't notice by now by us, we're freely giving up a lot of stuff that we do because we want you to get it. My biggest joy as a coach is to watch you walk off your job or resign from your job. And I've been seeing a lot of that lately too. So big shout out to a lot of you all that are walking away from your job once you've gotten established. Now don't leave your job tomorrow and say, well, Derek told me to leave my job. Through my coaching, we're going to decide when that happens. And probably who going to tell us is the man upstairs. And it's going to come through people's actions, reactions, and how things are happening at your current job. Shay knew it was time to go on her job when things started acting a fool. COVID-19 came around. All of a sudden, the job you've been on all your life was going great, but now it's not. People yelling and screaming at you. Time to go. Let me go help my husband, Derek. That's how we pull Shay from corporate America. It was time to go. So definitely go to forstingconsultants.com/products and services. Right here, Don't Wait to Be Great, another complimentary book that will absolutely motivate you and give you the mindset to get started. Some of you don't even know where to start at, and some of you have lost the belief in yourself. Some of y'all still believe in God, but you lost the belief in yourself. That book will catapult you. Why you think it's a ladder on the front cover? And it's entitled, Don't Wait to Be Great. Self-discovery, okay? And I'll admit, probably my 3 favorite books besides that bundle are right here. The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit shows you, tells you through the book and a video recording, because I add that to it. It's 2 items of how do we get these dadgum properties? What do we say to people that rent their house and put a bunch of people in it? That takes a certain skill set and a certain amount of words to do that. The next book is probably the greatest when it comes to avoiding mistakes, lawsuits, and dumb decisions. It's called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. The 12 dumbest mistakes I ever made when I first started. All y'all need that one. That book's like 27 books. I would buy it and gift it to somebody who's trying to do this. And if you only read the table of contents, it'll save your life. If you didn't even read the book, if you just read the table of contents of the titles, because I tell you, like right from the title of what not to do or what I did wrong that was dumb, because I didn't know, y'all, it was ignorance, really. It wasn't dumb. I'm hard on myself. It was ignorance, the lack of knowing something. Okay. And then finally, that HRA book. How can you become a housing referral agent, make money and house people with no real estate, but just using your cell phone? So those are some of the ebooks that I would absolutely encourage you guys on. Make sure you guys scan that QR code. I'll leave that up for a few seconds. I'm going back in the chat. And remember, y'all, Shay's not here today, so I'm a little loose, right? I would probably be going by now. But I'm going to stay for an extra probably 15 more minutes because I got more things to show you. But I also want to make sure I answer every question. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forster Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forster Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forster Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA, and you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. I see a few questions in the chat, so I'm actually going to go to that now. And Big Black may take a question, y'all. You just never know. Big Black, you ready? You ready, buddy? All right, he said he ready, y'all. So if you heard it or not, he said he ready. So let's go. I'm in the chat. Better says you better get that one-on-one coaching. Guys, here's you forgot. If you're under my coaching, or if you just heard me one time in your life, why are you not offering these people your affiliate link? You guys got special deals to give these new people. Why are you waiting? Somebody should be saying, oh my God, he's so right. And if you lost right now, have no clue what I'm talking about, listen up. We pay a 40% commission on anything that you sell from us. You guys can go to our affiliate by going to Forster Consultants and go to the ILF Mastery Blueprint of what's involved in it. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's something that says become an affiliate. You get your own link, and when people click it, it looks just like our website because it is. The only thing that's different is the last few words says your name. So like prime example, if I'm going to just pick on somebody, if, let me see, Valerie Magnum was to get that, and she posts her own link, it's going to say www.forsterconsultants.com/8WNZ1345 Magnum Valerie Magnum. So when somebody click on it, we're going to see who it was. Prime example, I'm going to pick on Katara right now. Katara, we checked your link yesterday. You got over 88 people that's clicked your link. That's a lot of people and potential leads. Out of 88 people, Katara, I would like to think you can drive 8 of those people from the 88. 8 times 2,000 is $16,000. Oh my God. I wish I had my horns next to me, Davin. Davin, my machine way over here, because y'all know I used to sit in this seat that Big Black in. Ronald, I wish I had my horns. Why is Kathy not sending her affiliate link to these people who say they want the coaching? Y'all gonna just let me make the sale, huh? Oh, I told y'all somebody gonna miss this. Somebody gonna miss exactly what I'm talking about. Who at least knows what I'm talking about? There is no way I would be under this coaching and over 7 people just said, I'm next. And I don't send them my affiliate link that Derek gave me to pay me 40% to help Miss Valerie get it, to help Miss Gina get it, to help Miss Dana, to help Miss Patty. Y'all ain't trying to help Miss Quincy? See, that's why I got to put my VA in here on Saturdays. I'm going to tell Jennifer on Monday morning that she got to come on Saturday mornings to help me out because y'all ain't helping me. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about right now? Who's lost? Guys, I'm giving y'all a way to make money and help people. One thing that they won't be able to say about me, y'all, now I'm jokingly saying this, but I'm 1,000% serious. When I leave this world, and I don't know when that is, I hope it's like, I'm 115 years old, but when God called me home, one thing nobody will ever be able to say about Derek, they'll never be able to say, man, you know what, man, that guy Derek, man, he was a coach, but he really didn't give the game away. Like, he didn't give clues and tips. He didn't give opportunities. He didn't give people ways to make money. The devil is a liar. I give so many opportunities and ways to make money and just all kinds of, y'all will never be able to say that about me. I just saw 7 people in the chat that said they want to get started, and nobody said, hey girl, DM me in the back channel, or here go my link, because Derek give me a special thing. Use my link. And see, that's why I'm going to also start this, and it's going to take some of my time. This is me again, want to pour into y'all. I'm going to start a little bit of a small teaching inside of that affiliate group that we made, because I just seriously think some of y'all don't get it. My VA did this 2 days ago from the Philippines. Oh my God, I don't think y'all get it. That's like, when I get a little louder in my voice, because I think y'all don't like, it's kind of funny, but it's kind of like, oh, I don't think they get it. You guys are sitting on money and chances to help people. Some of y'all woke up this morning and say, God, give me every opportunity today to help somebody and make some money. Because if that ain't your prayer, please steal that prayer from me. 5 of y'all type in the chat, stolen, bro. Got that one. Type in the chat, stolen. Every day I get up, I say, God, today use me any way that you see fit. And God, can you allow me opportunity today to help somebody while showing the love of God? And God, can you also build into where I can also make some money today too? I think, because God, you know me and my heart. I'm going to give you yours, because I'm going to give right back to you. I'm a faithful tither and a giver. Can 5 of y'all put stolen? Got that one, Derek. So only me and Rashida think that makes sense then. Only me and Gina are going to pray from now on. God, today, use me any way that you see fit. That was my grandmother's prayer, my mom's prayer. I stole that. That means, God, any way that you see how. Let me not pick the thing that you want to bless somebody. God, use me any way that you see fit. And God, I also want to make some money doing it to change my life, my community. And God, you know I'm going to give back to you. And giving to God usually through his people. So only me and Davin, only me and Ronald, Gina got it, Rashida got it. Frankie gonna say it in a minute. She just ain't said it yet. Elizabeth got it. Kathy ain't said it, but she gonna say it in a minute. I don't see Valerie. All my one-on-one people, you gotta say this. You under my coaching and my leadership. That's our prayer. God, I want to change my city. God, I want to help people, and I want to make a bunch of money doing it to build your kingdom. Not for selfish gain, Miss Gina. Miss Gina, somebody gonna hear me say, wow, Derek, bro, that sounds selfish, bro. The devil is like, Gina, the whole purpose of why I want to be rich and wealthy and the biggest giver in my church and my city, so that I can continue to bless people. Not to go buy a Ferrari and a mansion and post in front of it talking about, look at me and what I did. Because I found out, Miss Gina, if I do God's will and do God's plans first, somewhere in that good book, I think it says, seek ye first the kingdom. I think that's the real way to say it. Seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness. And somebody put A-L-L-L, because I got a lot of L's on I want a lot of stuff in life. I want to be an absolute blessing to people without even blinking about it. How do you do that if we're poor? That's why I'm not afraid to say I want to make a bunch of money. Because God know I'm not selfish and I want to use that money to build the kingdom. That's the cheat code of my whole life. Find a business that God says wow to. That's good coaching. I don't care what y'all say. Miss Gina, find a business that God says, wow, this guy really gets my heart. He found the business, which is really a ministry that serves me, that serves people and his community. So I'm going to make him make enough money to feed his family and meet every desire of his heart. Guys, I'm living a life today that I dreamed of. And I'm so transparent that I'm telling you guys that I made 28 grand a year for 9 years. And that was one of my better jobs. I had a degree. Don't bring me back to my jobs when I was just doing like picking up trash and all, cleaning toilets and the other jobs I had. 28 grand was kind of a lot for me at that time. You know how great it feels to make 28 grand a month? 28 grand a day from one of my other businesses that's involved in AI and selling courses and stuff. You know how crazy that feels today? But I would be an idiot. I'd be a fool if I said that it was because of Derek and how great I am. The devil is a liar. I barely finished high school. Shay tricked me to go to college, and God showed me my vision from somebody doing it the wrong way. That's my whole story, y'all. It's simple. Big and God changed my life. God, I want to make some money. God said, dummy Derek, wake up, bro. You want a job where all the money at. Why not be on the other side of the fence, Derek, and become the housing guy? And because your city doing it so wrong, Derek, I'm going to blow on your business and you're going to blow up, Derek. You just don't know it yet. I didn't know that back in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I didn't know that. But in 2018, I walked off my job and said, okay, God, it's on you now. I got a whole post on that goes viral. That it's me kind of praying. And I say, God, I got this house. I'm advertising. God, it's on you now. This is ministry and I'm serving your people. God, you got to make this work. And you may say, wow, dude, that sounds strong. Yes. Because God, I done rented this house. I done borrowed money. I robbed Peter. I'm trying to pay Paul. God, it's on you now. You said faith without works is dead. So God, I went and rented this house. And before that, God, I took the culture from Derek because you told me to invest in myself. Knowledge. We perish for a lack of knowledge. We don't become wealthy for a lack of knowledge. We lose because of lack of knowledge. That ain't Derek, that's Bible. We perish for a lack of knowledge. Our dreams don't come true for a lack of knowledge. You don't know this thing like we do. Just like the other 7 businesses I got, I didn't know that stuff. I paid a coach. I bought tutelage. I bought curriculum. I bought the ebooks. Then I applied it. I stumbled. I made mistakes. Made the Channel 8 news. Boom. Now we got it running like a sewing machine now and teach it all over the world. Procrastination, guys, is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. You can say ouch, or you can say amen. Whichever one fits. Procrastination. Now, do put this in the chat. Who's feel like you've been called to this? Wanting to do it and you thinking about it is one thing. Serious question, no laughing, no joking. Who's felt like you've been called to this? Now, whether you in it or not, I want to know everybody on this one, even my IMB people. How many of y'all feel like you've been called to this? It's been in your heart. You always wanted to do it. Real estate and helping people is the core of who you are. Put it in the chat right now. I want to know. Text me or do something. Who felt like that you've been called to do something just like this, but you thought it had to be a group home or some licensed facility? I want to see it. I'm going to wait on that one. I want to see. Am I the only one? It's just me and, who's that? Is it just me and Rashida? Is it just me and Miss Frankie? So it's me, Frankie, with Rashida and Davin and Valerie. I said, God, I always want to help people. I said, God, I like real estate. He was like, Derek, you want to merge them together? Wake up and open up your eyes, bro. You want a job, Derek, that I've been trying to show you for 9 years, Derek. Let's remove the veil. That's another prayer that once I realized that I was at a job for 9 years before the light bulb came on. In fact, y'all, watch me turn this light bulb on. Before the light bulb came on, I was on that job. I better not break this, y'all, because she'll kill me. Before the light bulb came on, y'all, I was on the job for 9 years begging God to give me the very thing that he had put right in my face. And for some of y'all, I'm right in your face now. How dare you not get into this, at least on the DIY level? Guys, the DIY and the one-on-one coaching is on sale all year long. In 2026, it'll look nothing like this. But if you get it now, you're grandfathered into it. The DIY guys is usually $997. It's only $497 right now, and you get the exact same material and coaching as my one-on-one people. You just don't get Derek, me, as the coach. The one-on-one coaching is $5,000. It's $4,997, $3 away from $5,000. I cover the tax. It's normally $7,500. January 1st, in fact, December 31st, actually, that night, it's going to $10,000. Okay. So get in where you can. And we also offer financing using Klarna and Afterpay right there at checkout. And because I'm such a nice guy, watch this. That scholarship for that $1,000 is still available. Use the word NOW, N-O-W, at checkout in that coupon code box. It immediately drops $1,000 off. That's good until Monday morning at 10 a.m. Okay. So again, if you love God, love people, love real estate, this is it. Christian says this is an absolute calling for him. Me and Christian talked for a long time the other day again, because why? He's one-on-one. Christian's not some YouTube guy. Chris, right here, he's just not some YouTube guy that just found me. He was, but once he bought that package, oh, that's my brother now. He can call me Monday through Friday 55 times if he want to. And then every 2 weeks, we have a set session with him and his assistant, who he also got from us. Christian, can you brag on your assistant for 2 seconds in the chat? That's the VAs I keep talking about, the virtual assistant. How do you run this business when you're like Christian and you're super busy? You're flipping the multiple properties. This guy builds and flip houses, y'all. His next house will be available in less than 32 days. Chris, tell him in the chat where you located, big bro. Brand new facility. Now, most of y'all go and rent these places like me, furnish it, and let's go. This guy went from a flipper to flipping the lives of people. Oh my God, I should make him put his mission statement in the chat. Super excited because again, all his life flipping properties, but had that thing in his heart to where he wanted to help people. His whole mission statement now is built around that. We're no longer just flipping real estate. We're flipping the lives of people for the better now, from homeless to hopeful. In a brand new, you can smell the paint, that fresh paint and the flooring. Just ever walk into a brand new place? That's what they're going to get. Congratulations, big bro. Super excited, man. I'm just so excited for a lot of you guys, man. Some of you, a lot of you guys here lately, man, just been blowing it out of the water, man. And a lot of my newer people, I don't know what y'all are about, but y'all are moving a lot faster than I'm used to, right? Getting houses open and running in 90 days, 60 days, 125, like that's fast. Can you guys imagine from the day of meeting me, 90 days later, Gibson family, you got a house with people in it? That's fast, right? That is not normal. But the normal is that 6 to 9 months, that 3 to 6 months. That's what that normal range is. That 3 to 6, closer to 5 and 6. But that 6 to 9, I'm seeing a lot of y'all leave y'all jobs in that time frame, or you guys getting multiple properties in 6 to 9 months. Because the goal is that within a year, hopefully you don't need me no more. And that's a big, big, big compliment to me. Because most of y'all fall off after about 9 months and like, man, I ain't heard from Chris in a little while. Let me check my calendar. Yep, it's been about 9 months. That means he's learned it. He's been through the bumps and bruises. And now we don't talk about this that much. We talk about Chris's next business. Because in my ILF Master Blueprint 101 coaching, our business coaching is involved in it. So once Chris masters this, Chris, what else is on your heart, bro? You want to start a bakery, restaurant? You want to sell socks? You want to sell fake Jordans? You want to sell upholstery? Christian, you want to start a class to show people how to flip properties affordably? Whatever he want to do, he's still my brother. That's the exciting part for you one-on-one folks. We don't talk about ILF probably after 9 to 10, 11 months. We're moving on to your next thing because you mastered this now. Does that make sense, everybody? Oh, man, that's exciting. That is exciting. Let's go. I'm back in the chat. Let me look for some questions because I'm going to get ready to get out of here in a minute. Right now, if I have not answered your question, please go put it in the chat. Let's take a really quick commercial and we'll be right back. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content. Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God has given you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise. All right, we are back. Good stuff. Kimberly says, I am called. It's been in my heart. I've started before, became afraid, and stopped. Now with your coaching, I'm stepping out on faith and would not be afraid. And that's exactly how me and Kim's coaching actually went yesterday. It was half coaching, half encouragement, right? Because I've been where you guys are. That first starting point, no better than me to be able to teach it to you, right? So Kimberly, super proud of you and all the work that you're doing. Big shout out to your assistant who's also helping you, right? Most of you guys got 9-to-5 jobs and you're busy, right? Trying to feed your family with your 9-to-5 current job. So that's why I give y'all a complimentary virtual assistant with either one of my coaching packages, okay? I'm going to the chat now. I want to just make sure that I caught up on everything. There's a question right here from Miss Gina. Let's bring it up. On average, how long do the residents stay? So great question, Gina. I got residents that have been with me from day one of me opening up my doors. And that's many years ago now. But now I got people that stay with me for 3 months, 6 months, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So to me, Gina, I'll be honest, it don't matter to me. I'm a stepping stone to where they're going. So I don't care if a guy comes and say, Derek, I want to stay for 6 weeks. No problem. Your rent is $150 a week. No problem, right? So we'll charge by the day, by the week, by the month. I'm a stepping stone for whatever they need. But most of my people, quite frankly, just to give you a larger, just more of a concrete answer, most of my guys stay from like 9 months to 2 years. That's kind of, I know that's still a long range, but most of my guys, and even the 9-month guys, They're using me as a stepping stone to get back to their girlfriend, their boo thing, their husband, or their family. The people that usually stay longer, they don't have a plan B. I'm all they have. So I got about, out of all my houses, I probably got about, I'll say five to seven guys that been with me from day one. There is no choice for them. There is no Uncle Joe. There is no mom, dad, girlfriend. So I'm all they have. They'll never leave me, right? Now, if you missed us the other day, we talked about a gentleman that was with me for a while. Cancer hit him. And again, he didn't have no plan B. He died in my place. He knew that, and so did I. Right? So we went deep on that in our ILF Mastery Blueprint group, but we touched on it on our YouTube channel a couple weeks ago. So I knew that guy, unless God intervened, he wasn't going to live with me for 3 and 4 and 5 and 8 years like some of my guys. I knew, and so did he. And if you go back further enough on my YouTube channel, we bought a praise report how God healed him from cancer. But it actually came back. And when it came back the second time, it was strong and it took him out. So I actually lost a resident not even 2 weeks ago, actually. Okay. So that's just to give you an example of how long they stay. I got guys that'll never leave me. They'll pass away in my house, in my place. Okay. I got some people that say, Derek, I'm only going to be for 4 months, bro. And I'm going to get myself together and I'm going to get me a job at Publix and I'm going to get my girl back, Derek. A lot of guys do that. Some guys just say it and never do it, Gina. They ain't going nowhere, right? Some guys I kick out and I move them back in a month or two. Like I won't say several, but Mr. Larry is real famous that people know on my channel. He's on my TikTok. I've kicked Larry out probably 5 times in a span of 5 years, right? Kick him out. A few months go by, he come back. Kick him out. Couple months, he come back. And with Larry, is never a problem with him paying his rent. In fact, he's the first to call on rent day. And he called me Rent Man. Hey, Rent Man, you coming by today? So, but I kicked him out several times, brought him back. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question. Next question was, Kathy says that her guy said that they don't want to leave, and that's what you want. I love my long-term tenants. So if you guys know anything about real estate, just a little bit, you know that we thrive in this business by getting concrete people. So in this business, the way I look at it, your first 3 or 4 people should be what I call concrete. Every house that I have, watch this, y'all. This is very important coaching. IMB people really listen up. And if y'all don't get it, we'll go deeper in training. Every one of your houses need to have at least 3 or 4 people that in your mind, they'll never leave you. Meaning, watch this, Kathy and Ronald. You guys got a house down there that you're getting a lot of people in, like it's getting pretty full. Let's just say all of those guys are like A1 top-notch good people. When you get house number 2, don't start that house from scratch, Miss Kathy. Ronald, take your 2 best guys and graduate them, wink, wink, to your new house. Don't start your new house with new people. That's $1,000 worth of game right there that most of y'all won't even know what that means yet. My IMB folks will go deeper on that, but watch this really carefully with a listening ear. Do not start your new place with brand new people. Take 2 or 3 of your best guys from your old place, bring them over so you set the precedence, Kathy. Kathy, you feel where I'm going with that? If you're IMB, do you feel where I'm going with that? If not, type confused, because I'll go deep right now. I learned that by what I'm going to call mistake. Why start a new culture, new house with the guys don't know you? Because Ricky, Bobby, and Jonathan know exactly what you stand for and what you want. I want that in my new house when I bring in Clarence, Jose, and Raphael, who don't know my ways. Oh, this is some good coaching. I'm going to check the chat. Does that make sense? Where Kathy at? Boom. Yeah, she said it. Ronald, does that make sense, bro? Devin, does that make sense? You guys are not starting a house with brand new people when you already got a place. and the way you get them to move. Because somebody think, well, Derek, how do I get them to move? This is your place. You tell them. This is your program, sis, brother. You run this show. And most of them love it when they got to move to your place. But if you say, hey, man, you got to move, he going to get scared, start shaking and crying. But hey, Carlos, Brian, and Travis, come over here. Let's have a meeting. You guys have been exceptional here. And I want to graduate y'all to my new place that we're about to get. Now, Kathy, watch this. The only place where you're going to have a problem with that, if they love that place so much. I done seen your place. It's nice. He may not want to go and may put up a fight. Not like a mean, not like that. I'll help you convince him, but essentially your program said he got to move. It ain't you really. Ain't his choice either. And I'm going to end that because I don't want to go crazily deep right here, but that's some great coaching. If you get house number 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, whatever, don't start that house brand new with none of like all new people. You want to put your culture in that place by sending your best guys there that already know how you do stuff. So when you move in Clarence, Robert should be saying, all right, Clarence, man, now this is how we do stuff here. So all my houses, when I'm moving somebody, I don't get into the rules and all that with them. My guys go, hey, bro, this is how we do it here. We all put our food together. Rock gonna cook it all. We clean the kitchen. These guys sweep. Them 2 guys do the mopping. My guys give the orders of how the house go, not me. I don't live there. Oh, this is some good coaching. Y'all thought that I gave the rules of in the beginning, yes, to the new guys. But once they become veterans, Kathy, they give the rules. And what Kathy's, hey, bro, if you do that, man, Ronald will kick you out for doing that, bro. Bro, if Miss Kathy catch you doing that, she gonna kick you out of here, bro. See how that makes so much sense? They're already sending your culture through how you've taught them. Oh, man, you guys got lucky today. I usually don't get that deep in coaching, but y'all got lucky today. Y'all got lucky. Next question. How do you get the first landlord of your first property to trust you when you can't show experience or other homes? I'll admit that a lot of that comes through social media. That's why I'm so crazy about social media and a website. Because if you got nothing else, we can show a website and we can show pictures of what we're doing. And if you're under my coaching, I give you the pictures. If you under my coaching, you leverage me as your big brother. You tell them me and you brother and sister. Because if they Google my name, guess what happened? I fill that whole front page up on Google. So Kathy today can tell anybody I'm her brother because we are family now. Ronald can tell anybody today, oh, me and my brother Derek, that live I've got on YouTube, that's my brother. I come trusted. And again, not because of who I am, because I'm so great. Because when you Google me, I pop right up. I've been doing this so long, and this is all I do. In most people's eyes, I come trusted. So I allow y'all to leverage that as my family. Make sense, Valerie? But again, social media, website build out, branded stuff. Go to the ILF Academy and look at what Shoshana did. It's hard for me not to trust her when she looked like that. She looks like what she's talking about. She's branded. Flyers, pamphlets, business cards, pens. How do I not trust that? And then do some other verbiage that I'll give you that I won't say live, but the verbiage is also in it. Language is a locator, so we got to use the right verbiage. Okay. Also, the ebook that I have for 97 bucks that comes with that recording and the ebook is called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Game changer of a book, because for years I never would tell people what the verbiage was, because I'll admit, y'all, that was my biggest coaching selling point, that I can tell you what to say and people will tell you yes, it is true. So I hid that for years. Now it's in the ebook for $97. So for under $100, you can get how to get people to say yes. Okay. I struggled through that. But through the bumps, the bruises, and all the repetition, we give a spill now. How you think Kathy them got a house in less than 90 days of knowing me? It come from that spill. The first thing, God and God's favor. Because you better not ask no landlord for nothing before you ask God. Hey, God, I'm getting ready to call this guy on Zillow. And Derek reminded me that I should come to you first. God, can you give me favor with you first and then favor with man? God, can you fix my tongue to say the best things to his ear so that when I talk about it, I sound like a no-brainer? And God, if he gives me a no, which means for me, next opportunity, God, help me not be crushed by it to move to the next one and to keep it moving. Because God, if he say no, that means you got something better. So I'll keep going until the guy that says yes, because that means that's when you say yes. That's my prayer. How you think we went from one property to 480 overseeing? It's because y'all are using the same spill that I do. Make sense? Okay. Kathy said you and Ronnie could be the Ball brothers. Exactly. Rashida says, make sure each house have guaranteed rent every month. Yes, Rashida, exactly. Rashida, see, that's why I like people like Rashida. She found me one time today, just right now. I ain't seen none of my YouTube stuff, no TikTok stuff, but she get it already. Why would you move 3 good standard people? Because I want the standard rent to be good there too. Steady income, because I know they pay rent, Rashida. So you get it. Love that. Love that. Love that. Looks like I did a good job. I think I answered all the questions. Chris said those were gems, man. Chris, and you listening too, bro, that's that same instruction for you, man. Like, I'm really only talking to IMB members right now. Wink, wink. You other folks are just lucky enough to hear it. That's one-on-one coaching, right? But Chris, you're flipping this brand new, I'm going to say building this brand new house. Don't do house number 2, brand new, to where you just started from scratch with the people. Bring over Carlos and Mr. Richard and move them there and start that way so you got income from day one. I'm done with that. If you guys enjoyed today, man, let me know in the chat. Did you guys enjoy today? Spoke a lot from the heart, gave a lot of game away, did some coaching, answered some questions. Chris is also, guys, in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Less than 30 days from now, he'll have a brand new facility. So if you want to help him fill his place and then Zelle him your Zelle request, please do, because he'll be glad to pay it. Chris, if I'm lying, call me a liar in the chat. If I'm not, Chris, type bring it on. Chris will gladly pay y'all $200, $300 for referral, because he's got to have probably 6, 7, 8 beds filled. Who's close to Fayetteville, North Carolina? Who's willing to help fill his bed so that Chris can Zelle you your money? Because we sending Chris nobody for free, y'all. I want you to make some money from it. Everybody wins. As an HRA, you win because you made a referral. The client wins because he gets housing. Chris wins because he get a client that's going to pay every month. It's a win-win situation, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back in the chat. This is absolutely real ministry. And who is ready to resign from their job already just by hearing me one time for, what is it, an hour and I don't know how many minutes on this thing now. What time is it? It's almost 12. So, yep, I'm going to get in trouble. I better get out of here. We got 2 minutes before I'll probably get out of here for real. But I hope I said something today that blessed y'all. I hope I gave some encouragement, if nothing else. And I hope I gave a way and an understanding for you to learn this. So every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, guys, we come here live religiously. Over 970 videos are under the live tab on my YouTube channel. So if you go to Fortune Consultants and click the button that says live, don't click the one that says videos. That stuff is probably just older and we don't even do much there. Click the one that says live, because every time we go live, it's recorded. The reels or the shorts, as they call them or whatever, that stuff's also super current. But the live button, big shout out to a lot of the families that text me and call me and say, Derek, my family is binging on you. You on our 65-inch screen TV, and this is all we watching, bro, because we finna change our life. And Derek, it's going to be through God first, but using you and your big mouth. I said, bring it on and let's go. So again, man, I just appreciate you guys always being consistent. Thank y'all for allowing me to teach y'all and to pour into y'all, because y'all are actually helping a prayer of mine come true. Because I say, God, I want to teach this to people. Like, I want to change the lives of other people. Let that be my ministry. Because God, I probably won't be a preacher. I probably won't be a bishop, but give me my ministry through housing and teaching other people how to show the love of God through real estate. Make sense, everybody? Let me show y'all something real quick before I go. I want to bring this up for the new people. Type new in the chat if you're super new to me. Type new in the chat. I want to see if it's at least 5 people. I want to show y'all something because the old people probably seen this. Type new if you're completely new to us in the chat. And if you're on TikTok still, you missing everything on YouTube. You're fine to stay there, but YouTube is where I show everything. So come on over to TikTok, Miss Q. Rashida's there. Yep. Oh, and that code for the discount again, guys, for the one-on-one coaching, you use the word now, NOW. Takes off $1,000. Okay. Miss Holmes, you're absolutely welcome. It's my pleasure. In fact, it's a promise I made, so I kind of have to. I say, God, if you, and I always say, who am I to say, God, if you? But I'm just honest. I say, God, if you let me get in this and it changed my life, I say, God, I'll use it as a ministry and I'll go all over the world teaching it, but I'll never tell anybody that because I'm so great. I say, God, I'll tell them it's because of you. You gave the vision. You gave the strength, the might, the understanding, the smarts. And God, I built this thing on your back. And God was like, Derek, let's go. Because that's what God wants. He wants you to brag about him. And that's where it's a two-way street again. Because if I brag about him, he going to bless me. Like, that's why I don't have no problem mentioning God. Most people say, Derek, man, that's what drew me to you, bro. Because you don't mind talking about God. Well, that's the whole root of it. Without God, this thing is baloney. It don't work. It ain't going to work. But if God in it, man, look out. Okay. Oh, and also, man, if you guys want to join together, that's another thing that we don't mind. So let's just say Gina and Patty both want it. But Gina said, girl, I ain't got the $5,000. But Patty said, girl, I got my half. You got half? We literally allow y'all to split that. And I'll admit, no discount is like used that way. But if you text right now, like, prime example, on the bottom of y'all screen is a phone number. If you text right now the word, I'll just use the word what? Partner. Text the word partner. Man, I'll give you an invoice for $2,500. Just like that. Forget about paying that $4,997. But it must be 2 of y'all, because if it's not, I can't make an excuse to my accountant of why I did that. But if I can show 2 of y'all went in and it equal to the price, I have no problem with my accounting department. And what's real cool is I allow you all, right, to not have to work with each other if you don't want to. So if Gina say, well, Derek, I don't know Patty. I don't want to work with her. No problem. I just let y'all join together to help you financially. You don't got to never call Patty. You don't got to text her. But if you say, no, Derek, I kind of like that. We can be accountability buddies. Let's do it. No problem. So if you won't have and you want a partner, and it must be 2 people. So even if you text it, you pray that somebody else text it. Text the word partner to 407-326-0086, and my team will send you a $2,500 invoice, and they'll schedule you for your onboarding and your coaching with me Monday morning. Okay? Other than that, let me see. No, Dana, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you too, Cynthia. Thank you, Miss Patty. Patty says, yes, looking to purchase. Perfect. Let me show y'all something. I don't think this is it, but I'm gonna bring this anyway, because if you new to me, I want to show you this stuff anyway, because I can never get enough of showing this. Private room, that means that there's no roommate. This guy got his own room, but he still shares everything else. This room has its own bathroom. That's called a private suite. He don't gotta share nothing if he don't want to. So if somebody else in the house got to use the bathroom and he paying for that private room and he don't want to share, I'll admit, guys, he don't have to. But luckily for me, none of my guys are like that. If somebody can't hold a number one or number two in the other bathroom or other bathroom taken, my guy gonna let him in, no problem. Now, I'm lucky for that because my rules say he don't have to. That's his bathroom. He don't have to share. But again, most people are going to fit this model where there's 2 people per room. And again, these are called independent living facilities. My wife and I are the trademark owners of that. Again, another example of that private suite. That guy may have his own stand-up shower, right? And don't forget, guys, we're also live in Columbus, South Carolina. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, guys, they're stupid cheap. I mean, affordable is what I should say, but only $197 for VIP and only $397 for Elite. Elite means you come to day 2 and we're going to take you on a tour of an active running ILF featuring the Johnson family. So Katara, shout me out in the chat if you're still here. I want people to know who you are, because Katara, you were just like them on YouTube trying to figure this thing out. But you took the master class, you came to something else that we threw. I think you came to our conference, and then you got the one-on-one coaching. And now you are the preferred vendor in Columbia, South Carolina. So big congratulations on that. Sis, if you're here still, shout me out. If not, most of y'all know Katara. Yes, ma'am, Miss Elizabeth. I hope, and that's why we do that. So as long as you text that word partner to that phone number, my team is going to see it. You now just hope that another person does it. And I think we have somebody that did it on, my team told me somebody did it on, I think it was Tuesday night, but they were looking for your name because I don't think you ever watched our webinar. So, but if they find her, then we can merge you with her. But if anybody, that go Katara. But if anybody else, make sure you text the word partner, and that gives you a $2,500 invoice for the Mastery Blueprint. So that means you only paid half. So I only allow that every blue moon. And there was a lady that mentioned it on one of our lives a couple of weeks ago. And I said, oh, wow, ma'am, you said that out loud? I said, I usually never do that. But I said, okay, if you heard that, go have at it. So usually that's only on a phone call or something like that. But every blue moon, I will announce that live. So last time, guys, there's a scholarship available for $1,000 that goes towards it by just using the word now. But I'm allowing you guys to merge together with a partner. So I can literally let you get in for only $2,500, but it must be 2 people, right? So if 6 people do it, I can do it for all of y'all. If 7 people do it, one of y'all got to wait, right? If 9 of y'all do it, one of y'all got to wait. But if 8 of y'all do it, I can merge all of y'all and allow everybody to get that, okay? So Katara Johnson, guys, is right here on stage. And again, this is the lady that we're highlighting this whole event behind. This lady is now my sister. Her husband is my brother. Her sister is my sister. Her mom is my family. Does that make sense, everybody? Katara's not a coaching client per se. Now, on my paperwork, she is. In my office, she is. But to the core of what she got from us and who she is to us, she's family because of the coaching, because she's moved at the speed of instruction and she's actively in it. That means she's my family. And now, like I told you earlier, me and Katara really don't have to talk about ILFs anymore. Katara, where's the other dream on your heart now? What's the other business that you and Chris and Tanika want to get into? What has Miss Yvonne been telling y'all to get into and y'all been ignoring? Right, sis? What is that other thing that we can also make money from? Why you guys think I have 8 businesses? I'm not solely dependent on my ILF to make me rich. I got a coaching business. I just hired 2 VAs to learn complete AI. That's going to be a business. We own a digital marketing company. We own a virtual assistant business staffing agency. We own a nonprofit foundation. We own a funding company. I can just keep going, right? Multiple streams of income. But my favorite way is the integratedly, well, excuse me, it's a big word, y'all. Hold on. Help me, Ronald. What's that word when you do a lot of businesses and you make them work together? It starts with the root word of integrate. We're integrated. Help me, Ronald. How do you say that word, Ronald? How you integrate them all together. Vertically integrated. That's it. Vertically integrate. I don't believe in starting 5 random businesses. I don't believe in that. When people say multiple streams of income, that don't mean to me go start a mechanic shop, start a real estate shop, start walking dogs, start a business building pools for people. Those don't go together. Vertically integrate your business is the way I would recommend it. So all of my companies, they actually go together. They work with each other, especially the coaching business, because a lot of the things that I promise y'all is a separate business. I promise to build y'all website through my coaching. I don't build websites. So I started a digital marketing company. I promise y'all a virtual assistant, but how could I if I didn't have a VA business in the Philippines? Make sense, y'all? Okay. And for the Rickards family, you guys asked about this last week and I missed it. Yes, you can use mobile homes, right? As long as the inside still looks like what we do, right? So here's a damaged, raggedy mobile home that we stripped and we fixed and flipped it to somebody that does this now. So long as it looks like this, not this, works all day long. Long as it looks like this again, works all day long. And right here is just what I wanted to show. Let me see if she's still here. Miss Dana, you still here? Miss Cynthia, Miss Patty, you still here? Cynthia, Rashida, you still here? Miss Holmes, are you still? Is the Holmes family still here? And the other Valerie. This is where we talk about once you learn the art of housing people, because in the beginning, I don't want you adding all of these different services. But once you master the art of housing people, it's almost like, what else can we add now? What else can we do to show the love of God to people without beating them over the head with the Bible? Make sense, y'all? So that's a masseuse lady that came and did spoken word, and she gave all of our ladies massages. And for some reason, which we call God, all the women just wept in tears. And nobody had a Bible. Nobody quoted a scripture. Nobody laid hands on anybody. But see how we show the love of God through action? Some of these women have never had a massage, never had a pedicure, never had a manicure. You know how great it feels to offer this stuff to people that never get it? Some of you women go every Saturday. Some of y'all going today to get your nails done and your feet done today. You don't even think about it. Subconsciously, you just go and do it because that's a part of your self-care. But what if you met a group of women that you're housing? Oh, and by the way, that is me in that chair. Y'all thought I wasn't going to get me no massage that day? You must be crazy. Miss Patty, you thought I was going to get me a massage that day, Miss Patty? Holmes family, y'all thought I was going to get me a massage? I had to make sure it was right for all my people. Right? The other good part about it, what if you can bring these people and they don't charge you? They just want to pour into you and your program. How many of you ladies get made up on every Sunday when you go to church, when you go out with your boo thing, your husband, your boyfriend, your family? Some of these women have never had makeup on, a full face of makeup, arched eyebrows, lip liner. The eyelashes. When you bring in this stuff and it also may not cost you nothing, get your hair blowed out, washed and dried by someone that's scrubbing it with their fingernails and it feel oh so good. What if you've never had that? But to me, I'll admit, as much as I love a massage today, much as I love my feet rubbed on, there is nothing like giving it to somebody else through a service. Two of y'all type in the chat, Derek, you're right about that, bro. Even if you've never done it. Can you imagine giving these women makeup days, getting their hair done, picture day, and all of this was given to Shay for her nonprofit? And this was as I was turning this program over to Shay to say, Shay, I'm not housing the women anymore. This is what you're going to do now. Let's pull you from corporate America, Shay. Who needs a job now, Shay, when I need all of this help with what I'm doing? Does that make sense, everybody? Put in the chat, who desires to leave their job this year by resigning? Hopefully by Thanksgiving. But we can say December, but who desires to leave their job this year or at some point? Because you got to start with the desire. I'm going to read the chat. I want to see it coming in. Who desires to leave their job this year to do what you've said you think that you've been called to? All of these women at one point would be homeless, sleeping behind a dumpster if it wasn't for us. Now plug your name in it if it wasn't for you. There will be people that have already been set up and ordained from the beginning of time that need your housing. There's some lady right now that's going to be sleeping behind a dumpster because you ain't got started yet. My brother Otis used to say that a lot. You haven't got started, so some guy got to sleep outside tonight. That should convict you in a little way. Not saying it to be mean, to be nasty, to be disrespectful, any of that. But somebody is going to miss out on a place to live because you kind of just never quite got it together. That's not fair to them. It's also not fair to you and your family. Roger's family, when you got guys ask, well, what does the outside look like? Because you see a lot of the inside right here. Look how this place is not very fancy. This is Warner Robins, Georgia. 2 bed, 1 bath. There's a big old house, as we say down south. There's a big old house right there. You're talking 7 beds, 5 bathrooms. Can you imagine taking 14 people from homeless to hopeful? Can you imagine doing 7 private rooms to where you're not doing 2 people per room? You make your own choice. So some of y'all get bougie and get big ones like that. Last Saturday, I talked about not trying to worry about hitting a home run the first time you go. I'll admit, guys, you get you one of these, that's a home run. I ain't gonna even sugarcoat it. But don't think you're gonna quit your job with one of these. We might need 4 of these before you're able to go, or 3. But oh my, you get you one of these, Rashida and family, this is what I call, you might have hit a home run on your first one, sis. Now, I'll admit, me personally, I'm not putting 14 people in this house, even though you can receive some good coaching right now. I believe the lower amount of number of people, the lower amount of number of problems. So in a house this size, I'm probably going to have 4 rooms shared. That's 8 people. The other 3, private, private, private. So for me, that shared room is $800. Those private rooms are $980. That's me in Orlando, Florida. I don't know where you live at. Put in the chat again. Where do you live at? I'll give you your numbers right now. Put in the chat. Here's another one. 3 bed, 2 bath. So far, you've seen a 2-1, 7-5, and here's an average 3-2. I can take 6 people from homeless to hopeful with this model. TikTok family, we're getting ready to close in a little bit. If you're still on TikTok, come to YouTube because my computer just showed me that my phone is dying. So my phone on TikTok will be dead in like 3 minutes. Come over to YouTube, guys. Columbia, South Carolina. Remember, you guys got next. August the 2nd, we're coming live. That's less than like 6 days, y'all. Visit ilfconsulting.org to get that. I see you on TikTok mentioning that. ILF Consulting, ILF Consulting.org to get your tickets in Columbia. There's that 3-2. Here's a quiz. I've said it, but can y'all put it in the chat for my people that are watching on replay? How many people can we take from homeless to hopeful with a 3-bed, 2-bath home if I'm doing two people per room? Let me know in the chat. Kimberly says she on both TikTok and YouTube. I love that. Hey, Kimberly, just to prove it, double tap the screen on TikTok. Let me see those hearts and then shout me out on YouTube. Hey, Kimberly, just in case if you just joined us, ask me any question you want, Kimberly. And I got a lot of Kimberlys, right? So that's Kimberly Robinson, y'all. She on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much, guys. And again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, y'all, this is it. These are not group homes. These are not ALFs. Those require a license and a $30,000 sprinkler system. And my wife is not with me today. She usually is 99% of the time. Y'all get my buddy today. Now, he don't say much. He a little shy, but he know the game more than most of y'all. He just don't talk it. He just do it. His nickname is Big Black. I've never told y'all his real name yet because I want y'all to meet him a couple times first, and we'll give y'all his real name. But his nickname is Big Black. He's a pretty cool dude. He don't say much. Okay. Kimberly said 6 people. Exactly. But watch me show y'all my favorite model for my new people because my older people probably tired of seeing this. My new people, this is my favorite model, y'all. A 4-bed, 2-bath. And watch this, y'all. I got all of these models. I got big ones. I got mid-size. I got little ones. I got tiny, tiny ones. I got real big ones. I got mansions. But this one is my favorite because to me, it's the most manageable. The 4-bed, 2-bath, 8 people. But watch this, though. I'm going to just be honest. I don't always do 8 people because my favorite way to do my 4-2s is to do 2 rooms shared, 2 rooms private. Or sometimes 3 rooms shared, 1 room private. I don't have to always have 8 people, especially if my math is mathing. If I get a real good deal, like one of my 4-2s, y'all, and I hope my landlord don't hear this because he gonna change it, it's only $1,800, y'all, for a 4-2. And I put 8 people, 800. So tell me what 6,400 minus the 1,800 minus 500 for my lights and water. That's a lot of money left over, y'all. And that's what this business does for you. And yes, we do them in mobile homes. Watch this. Don't worry about that trash outside. Trash was the next day. That's why they put it out. Don't worry about the for sale sign in it because somebody bought it and doing this. So we don't get so caught up on the outside of the building or what it looked like. But the inside, as long as it looks like what we've been showing y'all, let's go. Because right here, what y'all don't know, that's the first house God ever gave me. I say, God, if you trust me, and if you would allow me, God, I want this whole cul-de-sac. Because what y'all can't see right now, it's a pink house to the right. That later became Shay's second house. God gave me that whole cul-de-sac, y'all. It was 8 houses in one cul-de-sac, 13 houses total. So once you, I'm sorry, 11 houses total. Once you left the cul-de-sac, you drove out and God gave me the other 3. Watch this, because this is my prayer for all of y'all. I don't want you guys to have 13 different landlords. Your prayer, Miss Tiffany, who should be in here, is that God give you a landlord that owns multiple properties in your city. And that every time you need one, Kimberly, they call you. Can somebody put in the chat? Yes, Derek, I'm with that. Just type in the chat, yes. YES, 5 of y'all. That's the prayer. God, after I get this teaching from Derek, can you do me like you did Derek and like most of his people get it? God, can you introduce me to one guy, one family, one person that owns multiple properties? So that way me getting the properties, God, is easy because I've showed the proof of concept. 5 of y'all type in the word yes if you will believe that and you will pray that prayer. Gina said yes. Kimberly said yes. Rashida said amen, yes. Elizabeth said yes. That's the prayer. Notice everything I do, guys, is with the prayer attached to it. And I'm no preacher. I'm no bishop. I got a bunch of stuff wrong with me. I'm not perfect, but God crazy about me and I'm crazy about him. And I love people and I love real estate. And I found out if I merge all of that together, I can get dadgum rich doing it. And I ain't afraid to say that. I want y'all to be rich and wealthy, but not for selfish gain, but to be a blessing to other people. Because if you do it for selfish gain, it ain't going to work anyway. God know your heart. God knew the heart of the lady that I saw making 41 grand a month in rats and roaches, housing them people in all of that squalor and filth and grime. But when God gave me this house, Miss Kimberly, I said, God, it'd be cool to get this whole cul-de-sac one day. Now, depending on how far you go on my social media, you will see me in this cul-de-sac several times, teaching in it, walking through it and showing you my people and how we get down. And this is what the inside is typically going to look like, not rocket science. Don't go to Rooms to Go. Don't go to Haverty's. We're not buying brand new furniture either. And this is how we take people from homeless to hopeful, guys. And again, to me, the concept of it is not rocket science, but how to do it, you do need coaching on that. I ain't gonna hide that now. But all of this furniture, again, gently used. That TV in that room is brand new. But every stitch of furniture that you see, a hotel gave me that stuff, y'all. Because I keep running my big mouth on social media. Does that make sense? If you're afraid to talk to people, this is going to be a hard business to run. Unless you and God make an agreement and you say, God, I'm afraid of people. How can you send me folk without me having to talk to them? You and God work that out. But the way he's taught me is to build relationship, build community, and open up that big mouth. We have not because we ask not. See, the before phrase was Derek. Here's Bible. We have not because we ask not. Oh, how simple is that one? So some of y'all simply ain't asked for this thing yet. And just like I said on one of my YouTube channels, on one of my things, I said, in your mind, you said all day long, but you ain't told God yet what you want to do. Oh, that's some good coaching right there too. Kimberly, some of these people ain't told God what they want to do. They've thought about it in their head. They said it internally. They said it under their breath, but they never say, God, you know what? I watched the YouTube channel of that boy Derek today, and Lord, wow, his family seemed to really have it. And God, if you see fit for Derek to be my coach to my family, God, make the way easy. But God, if Derek is not for us, remove him from me, that I never find his channel or his business ever again. Because God, I want to do it your way. And if Derek ain't the way, remove him. But God, if Derek is the answer, God, make the way easy for me and my family. Woo, that's a powerful prayer. Some people will only tell you to pray that one way. Bring you to me. If I'm not supposed to be your coach, I hope you can never find me again on YouTube. Because God's got a better way. But boy, if I am to be your coach, say, God, make it easy. Bring the finances, bring the resources, bring the real estate I didn't build. Give me the land that I didn't work in the fields to do it, to get it. Gotta do that stuff, y'all. How you think Katara Johnson right now has control over a multi-unit building aside from her properties, and she didn't have to buy it? Oh, that is so genius. She's going to reveal that August the 2nd at the South Carolina event. Oh, and by the way, because I'm such a nice guy too, I revealed this the other day. If you buy right now between, I think they did it 3 days ago. So if the day is what? Let me see. The 26th, from the 23rd to the event, if you buy the DIY or the one-on-one coaching, you come to South Carolina complimentary. Come see me. Ding, 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 ding. And watch this. If you buy the ILF Master Blueprint, bring your spouse or your partner. That don't go for the DIY though. But if you bought the DIY from the 23rd of July on to the event, you come to South Carolina complimentary. You didn't even know that, did you? And if you buy the big one, you bring you and your husband, you and your boo thing, you and your boo, your business partner, your brother, your brother-in-law, your sister. You bring somebody, that plus one, bring them on, because I want you to get it. There is nothing. Now, this YouTube channel good now, but there was nothing like Meeting Us Live, though. It's just something about coming together with other like-minded people to do this great work. Make sense, everybody? So all of these pictures, again, hotels gave me this stuff. Now, that yellow set right there, I did buy that from it was called a secondhand shop in Winter Park, Florida. Beautiful stuff, man. Like, I would have put that in my house, actually. Now, Shay wouldn't allow it because it was used, but that couch was beautiful, barely used. I think I paid for those two smaller yellow chairs. I think it was like 40 and 40. The big one, I think, was like 60. And everything else, including the pictures, came from a hotel. Guys, hotels revamp their hotels. They revamp the inside every few months, sometimes twice a year. They throw it away for the most part. But what if the hotel manager saw you on social media, like I tell you to go on and talk about this thing all the time, and you get a call that sounds like this? Hey, Katara, how's it going? Great. I saw you guys on Facebook and Instagram advertising that you guys help homeless and the displaced. We got a bunch of furniture that we're getting ready to throw away. Very nice stuff from our hotel collection. Now, Katara, if you don't come and get it, my boss is bringing 50 dumpsters to throw it all away. But if you come between now and next Saturday, you can have all you can carry. Guys, how do you think most of my people in Florida get their decor? From me and all my U-Haul trucks. Because people see us and they want to pour into what we're doing. This stuff is not brand new, but look how pretty it is. So 3 steps to getting started, y'all. Watch our ILF webinar by texting more info that's scrolling below right now. Just those 2 words, more info, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And my phone just died, so my TikTok people, they out of there. That's the first step. When you watch that 50-minute webinar, it's going to give you a call with me and my team to talk about how can we get you started. Next step, you decide whether you get DIY or the one-on-one coaching. And I'll just tell you, if finances are not a problem, don't even look at the DIY, because you're going to need me. You're going to need questions. And guys, my coaching is for life, dummy me. So if you buy my coaching between now to December, you stuck with me for life. My folks that buy in January, it's going to be a cutoff time, and I'll see you later. It's going to be the same great coaching, but the availability changes. God is really blessing us, y'all, and I'm not hiding that. I'm going to be too busy next year to offer the same kind of coaching. That's why at the end of December 31st of this year, my one-on-one coaching is still the same, and it'll be the same. But if you buy my coaching in January, it's going to be great. Trust me. But the availability going to look completely different. And you may not even get me as the coach. I'm training coaches right now. And a lot of them are great people that are already doing it under our tutelage, like Katara. So you mess around and meet me in January, you're going to get the same great stuff. It just going to probably come from Katara. It may come from Mr. Maurice. It may come from Tiffany Walker. It may come from Dornico. I'm coaching coaches now that'll be a part of this brand, because I can't coach all of y'all no more. And that's the goodness of God, because we're getting so big and so busy. So please get in between now and December 31st, 10 a.m., because that's when everything changes. The price, the availability. You get my personal phone number, that's over with in January. Like, I've been giving my personal number away, guys, for 8 years. No, I'm sorry, 7. Year 26 make 8 years, and that's when we turn the page and we do everything in 7s. Guys, you get my personal number Monday through Friday. Call me 50 times a day. And you still meet with me every 2 weeks for regular coaching. I'm a no-brainer, guys. I'm your cheat code, and God sent me to you. And again, not because I'm so great. It's just that I have the thing that you've been praying for, and God laid me right in front of your face to become my family. Okay? So let's take a really quick commercial break. We're going to go right back, and I'm going to begin to shut this room down and let you guys go about your Saturday, okay? Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Derek Forston, Mr. ILF.
And I'm Shanya Shea Forston, Mrs. ILF.
And we're super excited because August the 2nd, we're coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
And what are we doing in Columbia, South Carolina, you ask?
We're going to be teaching the independent living facility model. And again, this is an event, Shay, that they do not want to miss. So what's the dates one more time?
August 2nd, and we will be in Columbia, South Carolina, and we will be highlighting an independent living facility owner and operator under the Forston Consultants model that is trailblazing in your city. So do not miss it. Stay tuned for more information, and we look forward to seeing you there. August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. You got next.
See you there. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. Hey, what's going on, family? Just to let you know really quick, everything that you're listening to right now, I actually have it in a more structured way in a webinar. So when you guys get done here, go to forstonconsultants.com. Click the tab that says webinars, and there's 2 webinars there. One is for you to be the actual ILF operator, meaning that you want to do it. And then the other one is the HRA. That stands for Housing Referral Agency, where you're able to take people from homeless to hopeful, and you actually don't need the real estate. It stands for a Housing Referral Agency, and we call it a business in a box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com, watch both of those webinars, then set up a free strategy call with me and my team, and let's see how we can get you started. Back to the show. All right, we are back. We are back. So I'm going to get you guys out of here. And again, man, just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to pour into you all. Super, super appreciate that. Make sure you join us back here on our Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I think we're back, right? I know we're getting really close to the event, but Shay and I think are traveling next Thursday. Got a big meeting with Katara and the Johnson family this week to go over some last minute instruction. And guys, don't forget, man, tickets are still up for sale. But I do want to make an announcement. The elite ticket, we only have 4 elite tickets left. Remember, we were going to put a number on that because we wanted to be careful of how many people we brought to the tour. Because remember, we're bringing you guys to an actual ILF, an active one. So we wanted to be really respectful of how we done that and didn't want to overwhelm Katara or her clients. So we're taking only 4 more elite tickets, which are $397, and that was cut off. But the VIP ticket for the $197 is still available. And yes, because we're getting a lot of these too. Yes, if your husband want to come or your partner, they got to buy a ticket too. So remember, it's only $197, guys, and that's crazy low for what we do and what we're giving. So if your partner wants a ticket, just go ahead and get 2 of those. Other than that, man, I'm going to pray you guys out of here, and I pray Godspeed on your life, your business, and probably more important, your health. Because again, I'm real big on that. Make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. Some of y'all need to go for a walk this week. And guys, I practice what I preach. So I think that today, I think I walked every day, Monday through Friday, except for, I think it was Tuesday. And I think I skipped Friday. But all the other days I worked, I worked out. I went for a walk. I started with a mile. Now I'm up to 2 miles. All of that's just to say, let's take care of ourselves. Who are we to beg and ask God for this big old business and to help people and all of this money and wealth if we don't take care of ourselves? So every day, still this prayer, God, give me the mind of Christ and an able body to do what you've called me to do, and let no devil in hell stop it. Still that prayer. Again, mind of Christ, able body to do what you've called me to do, God. Not these outside distractions, right? And again, if you're one of these people that ain't quite figured out your destiny yet, you can't go wrong by just following what God said to do. Take care of the poor, the needy, and the widow. Make sense, right? Because the needy and the poor will always be among us. So God has allowed us to form this ministry that can help them and do his will at the same time so that your family can benefit. Without any further ado, Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown today. God, I truly thank you for allowing me to share what you just gave me. God, I feel like you just gave it to me, and the fact that I get to share it and it changes the lives of other people. God, we give you all the glory and all the honor and all the praise for that. In fact, God, we take no credit. God, I decrease so that you can increase inside of me and my program and our coaching. God, it's not about me. And I think that's the cheat code to all of this. God, we put you first because you said if you do that and we acknowledge you in all our ways, that you would direct our path. And God, sometimes we seem lost, but today we find ourselves and we find the path because we follow you. God, we're just following your word. You said that to follow you and the path will be made straight. So God, today, give these people the mind of Christ and an able body to do what you called them to do. And God, let no devil in hell stop it. Let no hater stop it. Their family stop it. Let no friend stop it. Let nothing stop the will of God in these people's lives. And God, if this is not for them, God, you know, respect a person, show them what they're supposed to be doing. And God, as I always say, if I am not the coach, remove me from them. Because God, that means if I'm not the coach, you got something better. And God, we want what you want, because when it's like that, it all works out. So Father God, again, we thank you. We give you glory, we give you honor, and we give you praise for what you're getting ready to do in the lives of these people. God, give them real estate, give them land, give them resources, give them relationships that they need to make this work. And God, we call these things that be not as though they were. God, make them rich and add no sorrow. And I pray that the devil is under their feet and has no place in their life, their business, or their family. And God, these people will succeed in Jesus' name. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we could ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great. We'll see you Monday morning. Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. Don't forget, you guys got $1,000 scholarship that's good to Monday morning. And all you do is use the word now. So type in NOW in the coupon box at checkout. So if you go to forstetconsultants.com, as you're getting ready to buy it, just use the word now. If you're going to use our financing, we need your address. So text your address to that same number scrolling below so that you can finish your application to Klarna or Afterpay. But if you're just paying straight out, do you use that word now to get $1,000 off? And remember, text the word partner if you want to split it in half with somebody, meaning that $5,000. You pay 25, they 25. There is no deal on that one. Okay. 25 and 25. Text the word partner. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. And we'll see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy.